Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, we can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. Oh! The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
This one to be decided by a field goal one way or another. Jason Myers from 61 yards to win it with 1 second to go for the Seahawks. Snap, hold, and boot on the way. It's fading right. It's bleeding right. It's no good. And the Rams are in first place in the NFC West.
You know what, man? I'm so proud of you guys, right? Hey, how about this? 1,000th career catch right there. Devontae Adams.
The biggest show in ESPN play history.
San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers, charge.
To the 10, inside the 5-yard line, stretching for the pylon. Travis Etienne, touchdown! A touchdown run of 13 yards. Jacksonville's extended the lead. This one's been all Jaguars all day long at Everbank Stadium.
Chargers, charge.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
How do you say his name? Asmir?
Asmir. On 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app. And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Bigger than U.S. Steel.
What a catch by the tight end!
Yes.
Right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
I've danced with the devil.
It is smooth, baby. Yeah.
Camera's a little crooked, gonna fix it. Good morning, 7:02 and 15 seconds. I've already exploded.
Oh, yeah, you got to see what's going on.
I threw that cage that's over in the side of the studio.
Oh, my God, it's ridiculous.
Parker Bell has not shown up to work. We got crooked cameras.
No, that was me. That was me.
Well, that's fine.
That was me. It just was, my setup was a little crooked, so I just had to fix it. It's okay.
And my picks against the spread, the Chargers did it to me again.
See, but why didn't you listen to me? You listened to me on a couple of picks. Why didn't you listen to me on that one?
I don't know.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on.
By the way, at this point.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean if you recall what?
I don't remember you, passionately picking Jacksonville. I remember you picking
What are you talking
Jacksonville
about? It was right after the whole Davis Mills.
That was my whole point. The whole Davis Mills thing.
Right, and I
threw
just
your hands up in the air. And
I said, Jags 5.
Right. You see, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a passionate, I think Jacksonville's going to win pick. It was a throw your hands in the air pick.
Right, but I threw my hands in the air because I was ready to pick it, but then that's why I was like, wait, Trevor Lawrence isn't playing because that's going to change my entire strategy.
Davis Mills. How'd Davis Mills do yesterday?
Davis Mills.
How'd he do?
It changed my whole strategy to get me a 0. I got a 0 this
Listen,
weekend.
I'm going to start making up
you missed the
random backup quarterbacks.
I'm not listening
for
to you
Greg.
anymore.
And
I'm
just
never
be like,
listening to you again.
Hey, did you hear Marcus Mariota's starting for this team today?
Well, he was starting yesterday, actually.
At this point, on November 17th at 7:03 and 35 seconds.
Quack, quack.
Oh, yeah, quack, quack.
Kids, by the way, the kids, I get parents telling me all the time that the kids in the car love the quack.
They're now into the quack quack.
Listen, I am a role model for the youth of America.
Oh, we know that.
At this point, the San Diego Superchargers of Costa Mesa in Los Angeles should be relegated and taken out of the NFL along with the Cleveland Browns, the New York Jets, and tonight we will prove
the Los Angeles Vegas Raiders of Vegas, Oakland.
Of Oakland.
The Chargers are still in second place in their division, though.
That's because that division's horrific.
No, it's not horrific, actually. It's really good.
Not, actually, yeah.
It might be the best division in the
It is
sport.
the best
Chiefs
division.
are imploding. The Chargers are imploding, and somehow the Broncos are amazing.
Well, don't say somehow. It's real easy to figure out. Denver is a team that wins close games, and Kansas City is a team that loses close games. Now, does that turn into playoff success? This was the exact story last year of the Minnesota Vikings, who were 14-3. The whole storyline was they win close games, and then they got to the playoffs, and they lost.
Well, you know that last year, Kansas City was the opposite. I think they were like 11-0 in one-score games.
Yeah,
Now this
they
year
won
they're 0-3.
a ton of close games.
One-score games is partially luck. You know, like it's not necessarily a skill.
Sometimes it's better
A lot of it is luck. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you look at Denver over the last few weeks, and that win yesterday against Kansas City, which was obviously that game was on right as the Rams and the Seahawks game was on. So you had the two big games of the day were happening at the same time. And for Kansas City, who was desperate and didn't want to fall to 500, but more than that, didn't want to see Denver go to 9-2 with a 4-game lead. That's exactly what happened. And for Denver, a team, George, that we've been looking at the last few weeks going, but they're not really that good because they just barely get by the Jets and they just barely get by the Giants. And they had to score 32 points in the fourth quarter. And you see them score 10 against the Raiders. We're like, Denver's not that good. And yet somehow they have the best record in the NFL and they're leading their division.
Yeah, I mean, look, the reality is sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And I'm not saying Denver is not good. Like, they're pretty darn good. Like, they have, let me see, 1, 2, 3.
Still not
they're like the
close.
fourth best point differential in their conference. Like, that's pretty darn good. Like, they're a good team. They are a legit playoff team. Like, there's no question about that. But, like, are they elite? I don't know. I don't know if they're elite. Like, I wouldn't put them in that category. Like, if you're telling me it's a one-game for your life, am I taking the Broncos in a playoff scenario 3 times? Probably not.
Yeah, because you might compare them to, say, for example, since we're starting with the AFC, is you'd compare them to like a Buffalo who's kind of hot and cold, and then you see them go hot yesterday, and you're like, oh, I take Buffalo over Denver all day long.
Well, but by the way, Greg, it was a rough week for you. You mentioned a 0, but then in the text message, you're like, yeah, Josh Allen doesn't look good at all today. And then all of a sudden, he like goes bonkers.
He went
after
nuts
that.
after that. He did not look.
He was like, wait, what did Birdman say in this text thread?
He did take it.
By the way, real quick,
he also stole a bunch of touchdowns from James Cook and really annoyed me.
A lot of people in the YouTube chat are complaining about Sedano's mic being louder than all of us, and here it sounds fine. Which makes me wonder, are we taking Sedano's raw feed and not the studio feed? I don't know. Because you're not that much, you're not louder in here.
You sound normal in here.
But a lot of people in these mongrels are up early on a Monday.
Well, listen, I don't know what to tell the mongrels, okay? Go chill in the pound, relax for a little bit, all right? And we'll figure it out, all right?
Saying you sound like Zordon. I don't know what that means.
Zordon, huh?
Power Rangers. Power Rangers?
Oh. Like on the YouTube stream, I'm much louder, okay? Well, you guys are going to have to figure that out.
Zordon is a Power Ranger?
No.
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
Maybe if Parker showed up to work today on time, we wouldn't have these issues.
Okay, there's the blow up. How many days did we go?
We already had a big one before.
That was
you have to see the violence.
Negative days today.
We're going to go back. We probably should go back.
-3. Every time something gets thrown, negative
like you ever see like a baseball manager just lose his mind and like
I'm
take
a Tommy
the water
Lasorda
bottle?
kid.
Oh,
no.
Like
What was it? Was it Hal McRae? Right? Remember he had that blow up where he was just like cursing every other word in the clubhouse.
I mean,
they say it's
that's
echoing.
Morales.
That means his computer feed is up with our program.
No, my
feed.
computer feed is not up.
Are you sure?
Positive.
They say it's echoing.
Here, I will send you a picture right now.
Okay, I
Send
want
me a
photograph
picture of
again.
it.
Like Christopher Morales in a nutshell.
What does that mean?
Long story short, the show is about some like alien invasion type thing that invades all of but 11 people in the entire world. And so the emotions of these 11 people basically control how the rest of the world functions. So when they blow up, like this one lady gets really mad, like the main lady from the main character, she's from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. She's the main character. And whenever she gets really mad and she blows up, people start like, they look like they're going in to have seizures and they like start shaking and they can't
I had
move.
4 seizures.
And a lot of them die.
I thought you had one this morning. I thought you had one when you started throwing things
I'm
here.
on a lot of medication to prevent that. Anyway, we pause from my blow-ups to get back to NFL football, please.
And they're saying you sound good now.
Well, I'll tell you,
good.
you talk about the 11 people, Lindsay, controlling everybody's emotions. Let me bring it right back to the Rams yesterday. George, I was a little bit surprised in watching Sean McVay after the game hit the locker room and as excited as he was, only because I kind of felt like the Rams escaped with that win. In other words,
they did.
For as many interceptions as Sam Darnold threw and as great as the Rams defense was, the Rams offense had a very hard time capitalizing. And I'll call a quick timeout by saying I realized that McVay did things that I've been asking him to do, which is don't
very aggressive
kick
from
short,
the beginning.
Exactly. Don't kick short field goals. And I always say you don't kick field goals under 32 yards when you're on the road. He chose to not kick some short field goals earlier in the game, which I applauded, but it didn't work out exactly. And then points didn't get up on the board. So on one hand, the Rams, that's a great win. And taking the lead in the division, that's a great win. On the other hand, it's like, gosh, we just kind of squeaked by to a team that threw 4 interceptions.
Right, but their defense is also really good.
Yes, their defense is outstanding.
Is Sam Darnold really bad, or is the Rams' defense really good?
Well, it's both. Both defenses are excellent. Like, the Rams are like a top 2 or 3 defense. The Seahawks are a top 5 defense. Like, those defenses are really good. So that's how it goes. You know, like sometimes, again, when you're talking about the razor-thin margins of a tight division, which this division also is that way, like much like we started talking about the AFC West, I think that you just take the win as you can get it. The Rams defense forced Darnold into seeing ghosts, as I put in the text message, and obviously famously was said once about Darnold when he was, not that ghost.
Not the ghost whisperer was the Rams defense.
When he was with the Jets. But, yeah, look, Cappy, we went into this saying that for Sam Darnold, as good as he's been this season and last season, the biggest challenges for him, the Rams have been a big kryptonite in general these last 2 seasons, but in the quote-unquote big games, you know, he has some tough games. So here we have it.
Well, the other part of it is if you guys recall late last week when we really started getting into the Seahawks and the Rams, my biggest point about the Seahawks, and this is why I thought the Rams would actually win rather comfortably. It was hardly comfortable.
No.
And I thought the Rams would cover the spread, no problem. They were not able to do that.
No.
The reason I was down on the Seahawks, at least in this game, and by the way, I think I'm actually higher on the Seahawks coming out of this game because they could have won, and they'll go back and they'll look at the film and they'll go, 4 turnovers and we lost by 2 points. Guys, let's not worry about it. But their losses, Seattle, coming into this game, San Francisco week 1 and Tampa Bay. Those are the only 2 playoff contenders they had played. Now, okay, you might say the Steelers, and maybe they're contenders, but especially, you know, I mean, with Aaron Rodgers now with a broken wrist or a slightly broken wrist, we'll see what happens. But otherwise, they didn't have, like, signature wins, George. They didn't have, like, one win that you would look at and you go, you see that right there, that's the game that tells you the Seahawks are for real. So all the playoff contenders that they've played, Niners, Bucks, and Rams, all losses for Seattle.
Yeah. Now, listen, I will push back on you slightly, ever so slightly, on one thing you said. But first, Cappy, why don't you tell us about your good friend, okay, Damon, and your friends at Sellers Advantage? Because I want to hear what he has to offer to our great audience.
Well, I would love to. Hey, guys and gals, if you're contemplating selling your home, if maybe you're thinking about downsizing, or maybe you've inherited a home and you don't want to play landlord or you don't want to pay property taxes, or maybe it's just time to take advantage of all the equity that you've earned in your home. Sellers Advantage can help you sell your home fast. They can help you get top dollar for your home. And they can also help you by buying it as is, meaning you don't have to paint the walls. You don't have to worry about the landscaping. You're not going to have a real estate agent come into your house and go, fix this, fix this, fix this. Yeah, it'll probably cost you about 30, 40, 50 grand to get it all done. I got a guy. Don't worry. My guy can come and take care of all of it. And then you're like, I don't want to spend $50,000. I want to sell the house. I want to take my money. I want to get on with my life. Sellers Advantage can help you do that, and they can help you do it fast. You see, you don't have to worry about the deal falling through because this is a cash transaction, and it happens very quickly. And they'll come over to your home, they'll look around, they'll make you what they call a competitive cash offer that usually is better than what you're even expecting. They know the comps in the neighborhood. They know what the house is worth. And then they're going to say, this is the offer. And you're going to say, I love the offer, let's do a deal. Or I don't love the offer, let's not do a deal. And let's say you do want to do the deal, but you don't have the cash to move. They'll front you $20,000 should you need it. So whether that's, moving costs or other expenses. So if it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for that no obligation offer. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Thank you, Cappy 714.
Thank you.
Oh, let's do the quack quack for the kids.
Quack quack. Kids love the quack quack.
They seem to really like it, the rubber ducky.
Yeah. I was with a bunch of kids yesterday, and the parents were telling me they listened to the show, and they love the quack quack.
Big fan of the quack, huh?
Do they get offended sometimes when we get blue, or are they good?
They sometimes have to change the channel.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Sometimes you have to change the channel.
That's a good promo. That's a good promo. And right in the middle of
you have to be very specific there, where you have to say sometimes for the kids you need to change the channel.
Quack quack for the kids, schwans for the adults.
Yes, right, exactly. So real quick, Cappy,
yeah.
I just
push back on me.
Minor pushback. I mean, ever so slightly.
Yeah,
is what I would say.
Let me hear what you got.
Is that you said if you're Seattle, you're looking at this and you're saying, oh man, like we had 4 interceptions and we still almost found a way to win the game, et cetera, et cetera. 100% right that is one way to look at it. However, what I would say is every game in the NFL takes a life of its own. You know what I mean? There's just so many things that can change from here to the next time that they play. So while I agree with you mostly, I would say that I would give a slight pushback because, again, the circumstances can be so different the next time they see each other.
Yeah.
And so many wacky things can happen when you have an oblong-shaped pigskin football.
Oblong-shaped.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Sure sounds wacky.
Sometimes you got to change the channel, for the kids. Here's the thing, George. I understand exactly what you're saying, and a fair point. But again, I would go back to Seattle, and I'd look at this film, and I'd say, okay, our quarterback threw 4 interceptions and played the worst game of his entire season.
Correct.
That was really bad. On the other side of things, Matthew Stafford did not have MVP caliber numbers or performance yesterday. 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Puka Nacua had his first fumble of his career. I didn't realize that until it was said on the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, if I were Seattle, I would look at this and go, we lost by 2 points. We had a very hard time scoring touchdowns. We settled for field goals.
Right.
And you know what? We lost by 2 on the road when we turned the ball over 4 times.
You come away feeling good. I'm with you on that. You come away feeling as good as you can feel about a loss,
after a losing.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand your point. I'm just saying that when they meet again, who the hell knows what the thing's going to look like?
And that's just the other part of it is when we meet again. This is again, I'm trying to put it into Seattle's terms. When we meet again, we'll meet up here. And
it's 4 weeks from now, like a month from now,
Right. And the weather will be different. It could be wet. It could be cold.
Right.
It could be, home field advantage for
the 12th
Seattle.
man
over
there.
Right.
But
I'll say this, the Rams, you got to give them credit because I think now people are really starting to pay attention to how good and how complete the Rams really are.
Mm-hmm.
The secondary is not a group that gets a lot of fanfare.
Right.
Mostly,
but Cam Kitchens, that guy's got a nose for the ball, man.
He does. And you know what? I thought it was a great call by J.B. Long. It was his first interception, Cam Kitchens' first interception. And J.B. breaks out like the most interesting man in the world, commercial, the Dos Equis commercial, where they, I don't always drink beer, but when I do.
Let me play.
Here's what J.B. said on the first interception.
Play action, set up to pass. The pocket gets pushed into his lap. He throws from his heels. It's intercepted at the 35. Going the other way down the right sideline. Cameron Kitchen shouldered out by Darnold. Cam Kitchens doesn't always get picks, but when he does, he prefers the Seahawks. First and goal, L.A.
I thought that was a great call.
Sam Darnold, for all his accolades, is a turnover machine
see what I'm saying?
at his core.
And hey, JB.
And he gives one up on the first drive of the game.
JB, I want you to know I got it from the beginning, man. I got it from the reference did not go, over my head.
See, what I think now is that if I were the Rams sales team, I'd be like, hey, Dos Equis.
Right.
We got something for you here.
Yeah.
Well, they got Modelo,
right?
Corona.
Yeah, they do. So they already got their Mexican beers. They do. But it's an idea. It's a concept. That's it.
Right. You can still just the interceptions can also be brought to you by Dos Equis.
Or you start to say, hey, we're going to bring JB Long on the show every week. We're going to do a weekly appearance, and it's all brought to you by Dos Equis.
By the way, I am impressed with the Rams sales team. So when you look up at the scoreboard during the game, they have an Audi logo on the field, like when you're watching TV.
Yeah.
It's not actually on the field. It's just on the screen.
Yeah, it's superimposed. They do that in the NBA and hockey all the time.
Yeah, but it's just for 75,000 people. That's what they've sold. That's incredible.
Yeah,
it's not for the TV feed.
Yeah.
It's just for the SoFi seat.
Oh, okay. I understand now. Yeah. Oh, that is impressive. Yes.
Yeah, that's really smart. So, and by the way, Cam Kitchens, in his second interception, then J.B. Long brings back like some old school John McEnroe kind of calls to this one. So this was the first one was he doesn't always get interceptions, but when he does it against Seattle.
Right, we just heard it. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Sedano's going to go on the board for blow-ups today, too.
I'm reiterating. That's all. But here, play the second one.
Play the pocket 5. Has the snap. 4-man rush. Hits his back foot. Throws middle. It's intercepted again. Taken away by Kitchens. Slicing through Seahawks. 30, 25. And for the second time against Seattle, Cameron Kitchens double dips. You can't be serious. Darnold's third pick. The Rams take over with 1:04 to go in the third in plus territory.
So a most interesting man in the
world. An ode
to
John McEnroe.
Right. A most interesting man in the world mentioned, and then a McEnroe mentioned.
You have inspired J.B. Long, Cap.
Now, do you remember? Do you remember when McEnroe said that?
I remember. I feel like as a kid, I was like, was it Wimbledon?
It was Wimbledon.
Yeah, it was against like Bjorn Borg or somebody like that, or was it against like Jimmy Connors? I don't remember.
I don't remember who the opponent was, but I do remember it was Wimbledon.
You can't be serious.
It was cannot. You cannot be serious.
Yeah. So, hey, way to go, J.B. Long. Those are some great calls, man. I mean, hey, the Rams defense was giving you good stuff to call, and you were knocking it down. Way to go, J.B.
Knocking it down.
Right on, man.
He was lacing them up and knocking them down, Cappy, as they say.
That was, listen, it was ugly in terms of you have 4 interceptions and you just barely win by 2 points.
Yeah.
But that's a home win against a division rival that was for first place. That's a great win. And the Rams, I'm telling you right, we've said it from the beginning of the season, Super Bowl year. Even when your MVP caliber quarterback has a terrible game and your superstar wide receiver fumbles and your other wide receiver only gets 1 reception, that's an amazing win for the Rams.
7:21, good morning.
Real quick. Can I tease it before you go, Pardo?
Tease it, baby.
Okay.
Pardo. You called him Pardo. You called the man Pardo.
I like that.
So I want to tell people in the next hour or so about where the Rams, to Cappy's point, rank as far as Super Bowl projections at the moment. And we got to talk about USC football, okay? They got punched in the mouth to start that game, and then they came back and won the rock fight.
Everybody was confused over the weekend when every liner and piece of imaging said, it's a rock fight. And it's going to be a rock fight this Monday morning. Good morning. 7:22. Let me do it again. Just for the kids. By the way, $1 Million Mondays is back on 710 thanks to Pechanga Resort Casino. Listen all day for your chance to win. Just give us your big game prediction. Both teams and the final score, and you could win $1 million. And just for playing, you'll get 2 tickets to Rams Cardinals. $1 Million Mondays on ESPN LA, made possible by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. We've got more Rams talk. We got USC talk. The whole Mistigash. It's Monday morning. Smile. Pardo.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Providence. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
John Ireland for Blue Ice, the finest potato vodka sourced from Idaho and pure Snake River Aquafire water. Find classic Blue Ice vodka or any of their unique flavors in stores or ask for it by name. Blue Ice vodka, because taste is everything.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. We joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Did you know that 50% of foster youth leaving the system will become homeless right away? Did you know that 9 out of 10 girls selling their bodies on the streets or run away from the foster care system? It's time for us to stand up in LA County. Just $10 a month can help us reduce those numbers. Donate today at therightwayfoundation.org.
Oh, no.
Hey, guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
7:27, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Wake up, Jack! On this day in 1984, the number one hit, Wham! George Michael and the other guy. Wake me up before you go.
Yeah. What was his name again?
I don't remember.
Andrew something or other.
Andrew, yes. It was Andrew.
What's up, Drew?
It is also National Butter Day.
Oh, really?
Butter that thing up.
Andrew
Ridgely. Whatever you want.
Ridgely, yes, Ridgely, yes.
So here's a great Cappy moment.
Yeah.
During the break. He already knows I'm wound tight.
Oh, yeah. I can just feel the vibe.
What's wrong?
I don't think he really is. I think it's just like a thing.
No,
I'm
wound tight today.
He's trying to...
George, he freaking started like having one of those, like I'm telling you, like a baseball manager walks back into the dugout and starts throwing like
so
the
anyway,
water
let me
jugs,
don't try to deflect from your thing.
No, it's true.
So I opened the door and I said something to Cap, and he goes, "You know what we should do? We should play Lou Gramm Midnight Blue."
Well, no, what he said, I couldn't find any of the Midnight Blue.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
you
yeah,
were very specifically
because
saying
today I'm
you
wearing
couldn't-
the Salute to Service shirt, and I said they didn't have the McVay shirt,
right,
the Midnight Blue one, at the store yesterday or online.
Those unis were sweet.
They are sweet.
And I said we should play Lou Gramm Midnight Blue.
And I said, you know what I said, Sedano?
Whoa.
What? Yeah, it was in the open, and then I threw something at him.
Right, he did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did they play this during the game yesterday? They should have had Lou
Actually,
Gramm
they didn't.
yesterday instead of Warren G.
No, they had Warren G.
I was going to say, how was
Warren G's all right, bro.
No.
He was regulating.
That's what I asked. As soon as I found out that Warren G was performing at halftime, I was like, yo, is he doing some regulating?
And our boy DJ Ray, remember DJ Ray?
I love DJ Ray.
DJ Ray was dancing with him.
Oh, DJ
it was
Ray
great.
can get down. But I'm telling you, Lou Graham doing Midnight Blue on the day where the Rams have the Midnight Blue uniform.
Yeah, for the 70-year-olds in the stadium, they would have loved that.
They would have enjoyed that very much. In fact, I think Lou Graham would have really appealed more to the 80-years.
Lou Graham and Marty McSorley should get together and do a tribute band.
They should. They should both be wearing members-only jackets, and they should just hug it out.
I am so angry today, I'd beat up Marty McSorley.
Wow.
Or I'd at least give it a try.
Okay, but why are you so angry is the question.
I don't know. I'm in a great mood.
Okay. I don't know.
I woke up great. By the way, I got the suite at the East Central.
Yeah, so did I last night. I don't
Yeah,
know
we're in the
why.
suites this week.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
I like the suites. It's one of those things where you get a suite
don't
at a
know.
hotel, and you're like, who should I call? Because I can't have this big room all by
So
myself.
last night I just watched the end of the Football Night in America in the den.
Oh, you did?
Then I went for a walk.
What do you think if we ends tonight rather than going to the Lazy
You want to
Dog?
just hang out in one of our
Like, what if
dens?
we just hang out in the suite and we just bring in a bunch of food and we just hang out like a bunch of dudes? You know what I mean? Like we're not in a restaurant. We're just dudes.
We're
hanging
just
out.
dudes hanging out in a hotel.
Just dudes hanging out in what looks like an apartment. You know? Right?
Just a couple of guys.
Just a couple of dudes hanging out.
We
Maybe-
can put the giant hand to use.
Yeah.
Just take
turns,
turns sitting on the hand.
Really? Maybe we invite some of the dudes over. Maybe we get like David 100 to come over. Maybe you invite your boy Dead Meow to come by and hang out. You know, just throwing out concepts. That's all.
All right, dudes.
So real quick, just to wrap up the Rams, we'll get back to them again next hour. Sam Darnold, to Cappy's point earlier, I mean, he really struggled at times there. But again, a lot of it was the Rams defense. But his own teammate, Ernest Jones, former Ram, did not believe that it was Sam's fault. Let's hear what Ernest Jones, former Ram, had to say about his now current teammate, Sam Darnold.
I mean, Sam's been balling. Like, if we want to try to define Sam by this game or what, man, Sam's had us in every game. So for him to sit there and say, "Oh, that's my fault," no, it's not. It was plays that defensively we could have made plays. There were opportunities where we could have got better stops. Yeah, I mean, like, it's football, man. And he's our quarterback. We got his back, and you got anything to say, quite frankly.
Yeah,
now,
F you.
I will say this.
That's what he said at the end. F you.
That's good leadership right there. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, big time. I mean, listen, you go to the podium when your quarterback has had the worst game of his season, and you know that there are doubters out there about Sam Darnold, and Sam was trying to obviously, change the narrative about his career, and people, said, well, wait a second, you mean to tell me that Minnesota's going to let him go and somebody's going to pay him starting quarterback $30-40 million kind of money after one good year? Yeah, Seattle did, and he was proving a lot of the doubters wrong until this game. So I love the fact that his teammates had his back, especially on the defensive side. Yes, I agree. Great leadership.
Yeah, I just felt like that was a good job by them in that regard. But, yeah, I mean, the Rams' defense was freaking phenomenal. They have been so good this year. And, look, we spent a lot – thank you. We spent a lot of time, understandably so, right, talking about the offense and Stafford and his incredible numbers, particularly in the fourth quarter, and Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua and, Kyron Williams even, right, like all the tight ends. Man, the defense has been fantastic.
Well, that's
this year.
just it.
Elite level defense.
You just said it, though, George. I mean, we all focus on fantasy football numbers. We focus on quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end. We rarely, and this was last week, we rarely give attention to the offensive line. I know I mentioned it last week during the Cap 10. The Rams were number one last week because they're the most complete team in the league.
Yeah.
And you say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, not only was Stafford having a great year, and obviously this was his worst game of the year statistically, even though he had 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, was never sacked. But he didn't put up the big numbers. And Kyron Williams and Blake Corum, again, 12 carries for Kyron, 8 for Blake. I mean, they're kind of splitting it down the middle, although the big plays seem to come when Kyron's in. They're so complete. The offensive line is healthier this time of the year than it has been in years past. And the defense, we don't talk about them enough. But the front seven does get the attention when we do talk about them, but we seem to forget about the secondary. And then the last part of it is, well, they got to address the problems in the kicking game. Well, they have. They've decided to go out and get a new long snapper, get a place kicker. And let me ask you a question. The punt yesterday, was that not by Ethan Evans? Was that not one of the true defining moments of the game when he put that ball out at like the 1-inch line?
No doubt.
So when I think about you always hear these coaches talk about complementary football. We got to play complementary football. You know what? The Rams yesterday, while the offense was not awesome, and the defense was, and the kicking game was, That's complimentary football. 2 out of 3 phases were awesome, and one of the phases was only okay.
You want a couple nuggets there, Sedano, since you love your Sedano
Oh,
nuggets?
sure. You got
I got
Bergman nuggets?
Yeah, look, check
You're going to give him nuggets.
Yeah, I'm going to give him nuggets.
You're going to
I'm going
nugget
to give him nuggets.
You're going to
Are your
nugget this
nuggets?
guy.
Are your
Not nugget
nuggets
for
as-
you? Nugget for Sedano.
Are they as toasty as Sedano's nuggets?
Maybe.
Are they
Maybe.
as
We'll
brown
see.
and crispy?
They are. The Rams have the 6th most points in the entire NFL. They've given up the 2nd least amount of points in the NFL, and they have the 3rd best point differential in the entire NFL.
Oh, those were nice.
Those are decent nuggets. Those are decent nuggets right
You like
there.
those?
Those are decent nuggets.
Were,
Yeah.
they, were they acceptable, Sedano?
Yeah, I like them.
Those are good nuggets.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
Hi,
You know
Dr.
You know who's
Cerruti.
got great nuggets, by the way, is Chick-fil-A. They do. There's like this
Oh,
little...
no.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Chick-fil-A
They
is
are
garbage.
delicious.
There's like this little hint of like vanilla in the nugget.
No, it's not
somewhere.
vanilla. It's
What is
like a
it?
spice that they have
Oh,
in
no,
there.
for me, I feel like there's a sweetness to it. Like when you just eat it by itself and you don't dip it in the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah.
By the way, you guys would be super proud of me. Really, I've made some very good food decisions in the last few days in particular.
Good
I
job,
was,
Cap.
I was in New Orleans, George. Yesterday, my daughter and I, we went for a walk. You know what? We showed up. We had no idea this was going on. Thousands and thousands of people at a Po' Boy festival. You put me at a Po' Boy festival? Brother, it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard to turn down all that fried food, but I didn't touch one piece of it.
Too wet.
Good for
What
you.
happened?
Good for you, Cap.
By the way,
doubt.
I got to ask you something. You had a lovely
Speaking-
picture with your daughter.
Yeah.
Now, it came across on my Instagram story feed,
Yeah,
yours
yeah.
first, and it was all blurry. And I was
Okay.
like, "What? Come on, Cap."
What I didn't
Then
say blurry
2
picture.
people later, it was her Instagram story feed, and it was perfectly sharp. And I gave her the like because I
Okay.
could actually see it.
Okay.
Why could you get that version?
I don't remember seeing a fuzzy picture. A
Yeah,
blurry
yours was
picture.
fuzzy.
Oh, really?
Fuzzy Cappy.
I didn't know that.
How
I
do
didn't
you
know.
feel that you didn't get the Morales like on your picture?
Yeah, it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. Kind of hurts my feelings. That, you know, that you always talk about me being so creepy when it comes to like Trudell's wife. And
First,
I
your
like her
daughter
pictures.
added me,
Oh,
so
so it's not creepy.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
kids followed me too.
yeah.
a
So
while back.
how is that creepy? I didn't add them
Okay, well, I'm just saying. I mean, you like hers, but not mine.
because yours was fuzzy.
I didn't know I had a fuzzy.
Yeah, but you got a fuzzy picture.
I didn't know
He
I
doesn't
didn't
deserve
know I
a
was
like.
all fuzzy. I did not know that.
Got to do better if you want the Morales like.
I guess
Now,
so.
listen, when I was watching that USC game, the camera angles were kind of fuzzy at times because of all the rain and the weather that was going
Fight
on.
on.
But, Cappy, when I watched that game, first of all, it was like at the beginning, I would say for the first, I don't know, almost half, you're like sitting there going, oh, boy, this season might be going down the toilet here pretty quickly, okay?
Yep.
Because Iowa came out, like Kirk Ferentz is throwing, double pass to the quarterback. Like, I mean, he pulled out all the stops early in that game, and they were dominating them early in the game. But I'll give Jaden Mayava credit, man. He really got them settled. Got them that first touchdown, right? Like was able to get them in position to get that first touchdown with that big run he had to set it up. They get that field goal before the end of the half. Like, if you're asking me, when I watched that game, USC won the game in a 20-minute span on the clock. Basically, the last 3 minutes of the first half into the first 2.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. In that stretch, USC took control of the game and never looked back, although obviously there were scary times there at the end as Iowa's driving, and they throw the ball down the field. And the kid, Caden, I think it's Wetjen is his name, number 21, where the big toe
my
was
God.
like barely on the line on a fourth down play.
It was unbelievable because remember we had talked the week before about that Indiana Penn State game and that insane catch at the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
That play was so close.
Yeah.
And from one angle, it looked like he might have been in, but then from
I thought he
obviously
was
the
in
other angle-
initially. Yeah, for sure.
And then the other angle showed his toe actually was over the line.
The reverse angle down the sideline was like the perfect shot.
Yeah.
Big Ten Network had it, and you could just see that it was barely. I mean, by a mere inch or two out of bounds, and that saved the game because they get that first down there. They're right there, goal to goal, with I think it was just under 2 minutes to go, if I recall correctly. And that game could have looked very differently. But I want to give USC's defense credit. They came up with a big interception in the fourth quarter as well. Maybe not the greatest decision to throw the ball, but an excellent, and I don't know the kid's name off the top of my head, but 25 caused that interception. 4 ended up getting it, but 25 got his hand in there. Ball pops out because of that, and then USC is able to get that interception. So really, really good defensive effort, I thought, by USC in that game, too.
Yeah, listen, for me, when you're down, I think it was 14-0. SC was down early in this game. And you get into the second quarter, like I said, it's 14-0 after Iowa had gone on a long scoring drive. SC answers at that point, and they make it 14-7.
Yeah.
But Iowa comes right back.
Yeah.
And makes it 21-7.
Right.
And then you mentioned the field goal, which is not too far in front of halftime, because I think there was about 30 seconds or so left in the first half when USC kicked the field goal. So I got to give USC credit because you're at home. You got 65,000 people there. It's rainy, it's wet, it's chilly. It's just not USC conditions at the Coliseum on a Saturday afternoon. And they took the punches, they handled them, they stabilized themselves, and then they came fighting back. To me, what it showed me about SC was what we hadn't known yet this season. They got a lot of heart. And so, listen, I guess maybe if you went back to the Illinois game, I got a song.
Well, and not only did they fight back, they were able to fight on.
How about that? Right. Fought back and then fought on. But it's a great win. And listen, here's the thing. The week before, Iowa hosted Oregon, and it was, as some people might have called
a rock fight.
It was a rock fight, baby.
It was a rock fight of a battle.
And this game was, Iowa jumped out early, and, you were, like, stunned by their offense and their creativity. But it became a rock fight. Like, it was, you had to fight for every moment. Like, Mekhi Lemon made some incredible catches in that game.
He did. And so now it's hard to, like, worry or even think back to this Iowa game in that what you got to be thinking about now, and this is probably what SC was, had on their minds as well. This Oregon game is the entire season now. The entire season comes down to going on the road and playing at Oregon. Oregon, this past weekend, it was a Friday night game. I was just trying to do the chronology. It was Friday night where they beat up on Minnesota. No big deal. The week before, they had just barely gotten by Iowa. They're on a 4-game winning streak.
Right, but by the way, now we know USC barely got by Iowa, too.
Well,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
And that's just it, is that it makes me think that this USC
it's gonna
Oregon
be close.
game is going to be a much closer.
Dude.
Like, these two teams are very, very close.
I've been telling you guys all season, you don't want to believe it, right? Like, all season I've been telling you, hey, look, this is litmus test 1. This is this. And as the season has gone on, I've told you, they're pretty good. Like, are they elite? I don't know. But there's not a lot of elite teams in college football. Hell, I would argue there aren't any, to be honest with you, okay? So I think USC is good enough to be in the conversation. And this is not, I said this last week, this is not some overwhelming Oregon team. They're not, okay? So, like, this is a game USC can be in, and USC can potentially win. And if they win out, if they beat eventually Oregon and El Permanente over there in Jerry Neuheisel.
Yeah.
They got a better than, 4 and 5 chance to make the playoffs.
Listen, if they beat Oregon on the road and they come home and they beat UCLA, they're highly, highly, highly likely to get into the playoffs.
They have to get in if they do that.
Well, it's not have to because, again, there's a lot of teams jumbled up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the loss to Notre Dame then becomes a factor, though. Again, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like
Notre Dame won this weekend, big game, right, Cappy?
I get it, but
painful.
USC and Miami are close, and Miami beat Notre Dame head to head, so that becomes the problem. But if they beat Oregon, Oregon will drop out, right? So that just naturally then creates a 3-way kind of competition between Notre Dame, Miami, and USC. So the biggest problem for USC, and this is kind of getting a little into the weeds, is what USC needed this weekend was chalk in the SEC. They needed Alabama to win against Oklahoma. They needed the favorites to win this past weekend. And that did not happen. We had a little chaos in the SEC, and that doesn't necessarily kill USC's chances by any stretch of the imagination because they still have an 81% chance to get in if they win out. But it certainly doesn't help their case because Oklahoma upset Alabama.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. You're throwing in Miami. There's still a lot of football left to be played.
Right.
And Miami may
Has
not.
Pitt.
Right. Miami may not be where we kind of are just sort of chalking them up to right now.
No, but they had an impressive win this weekend, 41-7 against NC State. So like those 3 teams there's going to be a conversation in. Remember, I've been in that room, okay? Like, I know I did the mock thing that we did for ESPN one year. Like, I know what those conversations are. So, like, not specifically because they're different people, But like the types of conversations they're going to have, there are going to be people, making the case for those three teams because they're going to be lumped in close together, particularly because of the common opponent of Notre Dame.
Yeah, but if Miami loses, let's
if they lose it, they're out.
Right,
yeah,
and you remember these are human beings and they are conversations. And trust me when I tell you that it's like people talk about all the time in certain sports. It would be great for basketball as if the Knicks were good. You hear that all the time. It would be great for college football if USC was the power from the West Coast.
I get it, but a lot of it has to it's not. Yes, that plays a very small role because of human beings, but they are looking at the metrics. It seems like because they're that's the reason Notre Dame is ranked as high as they are.
Yeah.
Because Notre Dame hasn't beaten anybody.
No,
okay?
But their losses to Miami, who was highly ranked early in the season, and then to Texas A&M, who obviously had like the comeback of the year. This past weekend against South Carolina. So
Notre Dame has one good win this year, and that's USC. That's it. All the other wins are like not against good teams.
Well, don't say that.
No offense.
I mean,
Pitt,
come on,
not a good team.
You're trying to rub the salt in my wound here.
Oh, it wasn't good.
It was terrible.
I mean, this was not a close game.
No, it was horrible. It was not competitive at all. And I actually, I'll save it for a little bit later.
Yeah,
but
why don't we tease that?
It was an awesome thing with College Game Day, though.
7:40.
Let's talk about Hernandez.
Yeah, let me bang on that hardwood. And by the way, you mentioned being in the weeds. How about being in the shag, Sedano?
There you go, in the shag. All right, get that shaggy carpet. Look, you need flooring at your home, your rental, your ADU. How about your business? Dr. Clapper went over there to Stephen and Carlos Hernandez. He called them at 866-62-FLOOR. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, legitimately family-run. Papi Hernandez started it 57 years ago. He's making sure those crazy Hernandez brothers are taking care of the business. He's right there watching them like a hawk every single day. Mom is there, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, cousins, sisters, sons, daughters, you name it. Old school TLC, actual wholesale pricing year-round. No bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start. And that's why I say it, and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale. Whether it is that hardwood, the laminate, the tile, the vinyl, the carpet, shaggy or Berber, whatever it is you need. The turf for the outdoor, they've got it. Over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory. You can see it, touch it, take it home with you on the same day, and that's huge, especially when trying to finish a project fast. It's why designers, contractors, builders all shop here. They know the crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you. And speaking of taking care of you, if you're a first responder, active military, or veteran, you receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices. And if you find a better price, which I doubt, call Hernandez at 866-62-FLOOR. Tell them your square footage. Tell them what sub place is offering you. They'll match it, no questions asked. Head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, OG location in Commerce, Orange County. They got you covered in Santa Ana. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. 866-62-FLOOR. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year-round because no sale beats wholesale. Check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Tell them you need that shaggy carpet like Morales likes at 866-62-FLOOR.
746.
You like that shaggy carpet, do you?
Good morning.
Old school.
Tune into Mason and Ireland all week for your chance to experience the USC-Oregon matchup in shared reality at Casa Los Angeles. I was there yesterday. What a place. Listen all show to try to identify the lie of the day, then call in at 2:30 with the correct lie. Man, this is wordy. You can win at Cosm this Saturday. Let's leave it at that. Listen to Mason and Ireland all week. Go to Cosm.com. Only from ESPN LA. Gonna blow up again because of that line. No, I didn't write that one.
So you get to rip whoever wrote it?
Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Smile, mongrels. It's Monday.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner.
Call Jacob. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or visit calljacob.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Are the rising waters of expenses and debt threatening to drown you? Many people try to stay afloat by borrowing more money or using debt settlement programs, but those can take years. If you're trapped under credit card debt, medical bills, payday loans, or buy now, pay later plans, Chapter 7 bankruptcy could free you much sooner, in about 4 months and for a fraction of the cost. Stop the harassing calls and letters, rebuild your credit quickly, and clear the way for a fresh start. At Clean Slate BK Group, consumer Chapter 7 bankruptcies are all we do. We can help you erase credit card debt, medical bills, personal loans, even past due utility bills. Find out if you qualify at no cost and with no obligation. Go to csbk.com. This is an attorney advertisement. Your results may vary and prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Clean Slate BK Group PC, located at 7 Penn Plaza, Suite 601, New York, New York 10001, is responsible for the content of this ad. For more information, visit csbk.com. That's csbk.com. Sedano.com. Your clean slate starts here.
Want savings that truly deliver championship value? Check out the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event at Kia of Carson, where Black Friday deals are happening all month long. We've got one of the largest Kia selections in America, all in one place. The deals on remaining 2025s are absolutely incredible. And right now, many come with special VIN-specific stickers for extra rebates on top of all other offers and dealer discounts. Thanks to that, you could drive with zero down on approved credit. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Get to Kia of Carson today.
Buenos días.
Your LA Rams are back for another can't-miss matchup this Sunday, November 23rd, as Matthew Stafford and the Rams face off against Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers in an epic Sunday night showdown under the primetime lights of SoFi Stadium. You don't want to miss watching the electricity of Sunday night primetime football with playoff implications on the line. To secure your tickets for this primetime matchup, visit therams.com/TB. Again, that is therams.com/TB. Get your tickets now. We'll see you at the Rams house.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers, like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
By the way, speaking of tap it, go tap the like button, you mongrels.
Yeah, tap that like button, mongrels.
Let's go.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
Oh, yeah.
7:51. Good morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on this day.
Come on.
Back in 1962, the number one hit. Frankie Valli up front, the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Big girls don't cry, Cappy.
No, they do not.
Sedano loves the oldies.
Hey, you know that Frankie Valli is like 90 years old and is still out there touring.
He loves Mason and Ireland.
for him.
He does.
Oh,
He
is that a
does.
shot?
He's a big fan, huh?
Yeah.
Really? No, seriously, Frankie Valli is still out there doing his thing.
By the way, I got two things.
Well, what are they?
Number one, we need to thank Parker Bell for participating. Oh, I didn't set my alarm to show up for the morning show today.
No way. He really finally
He's on his way in after Bergie was actually concerned that he might be, like, dead. So he called him, like, 100 times.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I didn't set my alarm. I looked at the wrong schedule.
Oh, come on, bro. I mean, this was a kid who just recently had a birthday and was like 28 and feeling great. You know what I mean? Come on. Really,
Pull
dude?
that, please.
We would like to thank Parker Bell for participating. Pick up your commemorative I'm Still a Child t-shirts at the door.
Yeah, come on, man.
Number two, USC-Oregon kickoff has been set for Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Where are you watching the game?
Well, and by the way, that game is on CBS, as I recall.
I believe
Is that
so,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
it is. So it'll be Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson.
Yes.
Let's be sure Brad gets his teeth ready for that one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, will you stop?
Hey, guess where I'll be watching the game? Let me
Where will you
rephrase. With Beto Duran and Travis Rogers at Northgate Mercado down in Costa Mesa. I can't wait. Going to be a party, You guys, everybody, when I say you guys, I mean all the mongrels. Be sure to join us. Because Beto at Northgate, I have not been to Northgate Mercado yet.
Okay.
I can't wait for Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is it like a viewing party there at the store?
Yeah, we're just not all randomly showing up. Like, we didn't text each other, hey, why don't we go to Northgate and watch the
Maybe
game?
they got a good special going on. You know what I mean?
They always do.
Maybe they got a nice special on carne asada. You know what I mean?
Chorizo.
And you're right. And you're like, hey,
I
let's
love-
all meet.
Oh,
Cappy.
Cappy,
So
I had
what's
some
going
chorizo
on?
yesterday, and I feel like you missed a good breakfast at the Delta Lounge yesterday.
Oh, yeah. You know what, George? Last night when I landed at LAX, I was on the verge of going to the Delta Lounge. I was so hungry last night. I hadn't eaten. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the Delta Lounge, and I'm going to load up some to-go boxes.
Yeah.
You know, and I figured I'd take
Who
enough
does
food for
that?
the week.
Do they even
Nobody
have
does
to-go
that.
boxes?
I don't even believe they allow you to
do
do
it.
that.
They don't,
I don't
but
think they do.
I was like, I'll put it in napkins. You know, I don't know, man. It was just the food was so good in the Delta Lounge on Thursday when we flew out.
Yeah.
I thought a little, return Delta.
Yeah.
My uncle
so
does
when
that.
when I come back, if I'm hungry
Yeah.
or I need some coffee, like I needed to get through because I had
kids' activities to have to manage yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the Delta Lounge. I hadn't eaten anything because I tried to sleep on the flight. I had like a weird I don't know. I couldn't sleep after the game. The other night. Because we had to drive 2 hours back to Atlanta. I just just my rhythm, my circadian rhythm was off.
Oh, the circadian
I ended up only
rhythm.
sleeping like less than 2 hours at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Got like 2 or 3 on the flight. So I was pretty gassed. So I went to the Delta Lounge. I got me some coffee.
Yeah.
Made myself a cappuccino. And they had egg and chorizo tacos for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And they had and chorizo empanadas. They were delicious.
Oh,
my
that sounds like an explosion waiting to happen.
No,
for a
it's
guy like me.
delicious. You know what it is? It's your stomach.
Yeah,
You and Bergman can't handle that.
No,
You
I
and
love the
Bergman.
chorizo. I love it. It's just that, I'm a middleman. You know what I'm saying? In and out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You need like some Imodium AD or to get that omeprazole,
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
thinking about it is making my stomach grumble.
Briones and I were talking about it on the text. And then Cappy and Bergman were like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that, bro.
It doesn't work.
I don't know if I can handle that.
They're delicious. Just been not handling.
I know. When I was down in New Orleans this weekend, I also my rhythm was a little off, and so my
Did
daughter.
you have a beignet?
I did not. I did not
Beignet.
have. I did not.
I
have
said
I
beignet.
did not have a beignet.
Because they powder it all nice.
Yeah, no, I didn't have any of those.
Yeah, there's
but
way too much sugar. Chris, you couldn't eat that. It'd just be all over your. Your beard would be
all over
white.
your beard. You look like Santa Claus when it's all.
No, I look like the old days.
You know.
With
But
the
I'll tell
perico,
you,
you know?
I had lunch on Friday with my daughter, and then
How about you play the quack for the kids?
Yeah,
since
For
you
the
just threw
kids,
that
yeah.
out there.
Quack.
I'm walking down
Kids
the
don't know what
street.
perico is.
Right, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they're going to ask. That's the question.
Hey, parents, tell your kids what it is. Be honest with them.
A parrot.
It's a parrot. Yes, it is a parrot. Thank you, Briones.
I had major stomach troubles though, and by the way, I think we were all on a group text on like Friday afternoon, and somebody was talking about something, and I'm like, I can't do that right now because I had to dip into like this super fancy hotel.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
In New Orleans, like one of these hotels, like one of these big ass houses that they turned into a hotel, and I just go walking right in. It's like hotel guests only, and I go walking right in. And I just look for the bathroom like as if I'm a hotel guest, and then I locked myself in there. They had like one.
I just got a text from a friend of mine that
Yeah.
says, I know more about your show unit's bowel movements than anyone in my entire life.
Well, it's important to let people know it's a public service announcement in many ways. Find a fancy hotel, lock yourself in, and take care of your business. Because I was walking down the street and I was like having to move my body around, like, ooh, I'm hurting.
By the
Ooh,
way, on
this hurts,
Friday, did
know?
you do the Cappy Cast when you were done with us?
Uh-huh.
So you didn't reply to my email that I sent you during the Cappy Cast asking you to record something?
No, I did not.
Didn't even reply?
No, I didn't.
And it's
even
for a
reply.
partner. It's one of your partners.
It was something that I'd already closed my computer down, and the next day I opened it up.
Could you
and I
at
was
least
like,
reply and say, hey, can't do it till Monday?
No, I just decided
Just
not to
didn't reply.
Yeah, just figured,
All right.
hell, it's too late.
Hey, all right, listen, coming up next, I want to get into the Rams again. They beat the Seahawks. We'll go through the NFL a little bit, but the Rams and where they lie in regards to the Super Bowl projections. They're near the top, but not at the top in their conference, which I
Okay.
found fascinating.
I'll be curious.
So we'll get into that. Then we'll get into the Chargers debacle against the Jags. More on USC because I've got some, like, basically, Cappy, the next couple weeks, we know USC has to win out, but I'm going to tell USC fans what kind of chaos they need to root for ahead of them, like on teams ranked ahead of them, so that they can try to climb the ladder here in the CFP.
Good.
So we'll do that and lay that out in the next hour as well.
Okay, good, because maybe we'll turn a bunch of people into Pitt fans so that Pitt beats Miami and knocks Miami out
Well,
of
listen,
the conversation.
Miami needs to go. Vandy needs to go. A bunch of teams in front of them need to go. It's not just the obvious teams in front of them. There are a few more even on top of those that need to go.
7:57. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on $1 Million Monday. Cappy, tell us about our friend Sarge, as I call him, Omar at Ocean Subaru.
Yeah, and looking forward to getting into that conversation about the debacle, you called it, down in Jacksonville, although, come on, you can see that coming from a mile away. Hey, look, let's talk about Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. It's a real simple math equation. Low prices plus big trade-in value equals huge savings for you at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. So if you want to come in today, we want you to trade your vehicle and upgrade to a brand new Subaru. Look, you guys have been dealing with the rain and the cold over the last few days. You want to be in the safest vehicle you can be in. You want to be in a brand new Subaru with that all-wheel drive and the latest and greatest in all the technology, everything you would expect in a brand new 2025 Subaru. But it really just comes down to, if you want to trade and upgrade, we can make that happen for you. If you want to just sell your used vehicle, Omar will buy it from you. You'll walk out with top dollar. So, look, we've crunched the numbers, and you are a winner either way. So there's no gimmicks. There's no hidden fees. It's just reliable vehicles at an honest price from a guy who has served 20-plus years in the U.S. Army. For complete details, you visit OceanSubaruOC.com or you come visit us at Ocean Subaru on Euclid Street in Fullerton and check out our huge selection of brand new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Again, the math is real simple. More for your trade, less for your next brand new Subaru at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton.
Thank you, Cappy. Coming up on 8 o'clock on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show at 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. We're going to do the morning roll call, but it's the mongrel of the morning.
Okay.
Because, it's the failed segment.
Right.
And our fans didn't rebound. So we're going to do the mongrel of the morning thanks to our friends at Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. That's all coming up. Plus, all the stuff Sedano teased before. Sedano Cap Morning Show.
All that stuff.
We're back in 3 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
There's one thing that I'm truly thankful for this year, and that's my Life Source water system. We know LA City water is lousy, filled with chemicals and chlorine. That's why I made the switch to Life Source water. It's not just better, it's essential. For a limited time, Life Source water will pay your sales tax. Call 800-WATER-99 now or visit LifeSourceWater.com to save up to $1,000 during their no sales tax special. Life Source. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Support comes from Clean Power Alliance, providing 3 million residents and businesses clean electricity options. On every road with every light we turn on, we can choose clean energy. Change is electric. Learn more at cleanpoweralliance.org/changeeselectric.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 1st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
John Ireland here for Blue Ice Vodka, America's #1 potato vodka. Smooth, creamy, no burn, made from non-GMO potatoes and gluten-free with no added sugar, just 64 calories an ounce. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste matters.
The roster.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Oh, Dion. I.
George Sedano.
LA, baby.
Scott Kaplan.
What's up, LA?
What's up, LA?
Hey.
More Sedano and Cap right now.
So what you gonna do?
8:03 in the morning. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on $1 Million Monday. On this day in 2003, at the time, 21-year-old Britney Spears became the youngest singer to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This was the second album. I had this cover framed in my office back at Fox Sports Radio.
Why is that?
Because it was a really hot cover. And I was a Britney fan.
Yeah,
because of high school.
was past tense.
Well, I'm still, I guess, like when I hear this, I think about those old days. You know who I was working with in 2003? How about that boom boom, the yin yang twins, man? Also, today is baklava day.
Baklava.
Oh, I love a good baklava.
Oh, my God. Baklava. When was the last time you had a little baklava?
It's been a minute. I got to be honest. It's I'm trying. I don't try to have as many desserts as I used to, but
you don't like a sweet treat? I like a sweet treat.
I do. I mean, I love it. It's very hard to give up dessert.
That's why you have those things you give us. Those zero things.
Honey stinger.
Right.
No, not the honey stinger. The other
honey stingers is more like green tea caffeine. Right. The
what's the brand?
The waffles.
No, the cookies that
the Quest cookies. Yeah.
Oh, Quest. That's right.
Yeah,
Quest.
those protein cookies. Those are good. Those are solid.
Well, you should get some protein cookies.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna want a sweet treat when we're watching the game.
Now, are we doing the failed segment or what?
No, we're doing the Morongo. So do the billboard for me.
Mongrel of the day?
Yeah, the morning mongrel of the day from the YouTube channel.
The Morongo mongrel?
Well, I don't know if they want to be titled.
Why not?
Let's just do the morning mongrel of the morning, presented by what did we?
The morning mongrel of the morning?
Just do the billboard.
It's the morning mongrel of the morning.
No, the morning mongrel of the day.
Oh, not of the day.
Presented.
That is a little wordy.
Well, we're
the
still
morning
flushing
mongrel of the day.
Yeah, we're kind of,
Well, based on the liners that I read.
Have you guys picked somebody?
Now we're going to go to the liners. Hey, this is you were wordy there, not the liner.
It's brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
So who is it? Who's the guy or the lady?
Pick
I didn't
someone.
know it was our job to do it. I thought somebody else was going to do it.
Well, this is when you hide out in the chat.
Whose job did
you
you
hide
think
out
it
in the
was?
chat, George, so you
All right,
find
I'm just
someone
gonna
who's
ask,
been...
who wants to be the mongrel today?
And this isn't a failed segment then.
Well, I mean, I thought you guys would have flushed this out, you know?
I'd like to make
8-7, we're taking a call now.
Oh, we are?
877-710-ESPN. Call right now. And what can I give you? Can I give you anything? Can I tempt them?
You do $1 Million Monday.
Can you
Oh,
put this
yeah.
on?
You're going to play. If you're caller 7 right now, you'll play on $1 Million Monday. And you can win Rams
bribe 'em.
tickets. Yeah, I'm going to bribe them. 877-710. In fact, you know what I'm going to do?
Tell me.
Stand by.
The return of $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
And $1 Million Monday is on. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. Do you have your Super Bowl prediction ready? Both teams and the final score. And that's how you could win $1 million. And just for playing on $1 Million Monday, you win Rams tickets. 2 tickets to a game at SoFi. Are you ready? Caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN. You're going to play on $1 Million Monday coming up next.
So you bribed them?
Yeah, pretty much. And now the phones are just jamming.
So the mongrel, I saw a couple of mongrels vote for Ron Mexico's RPO. So that'll be our morning
Whoa, hold
mongrel
on. I
today.
want to nominate Dong Hammerstein.
Well, no, I think Ron Mexico's RPO.
It's
I'm not
Hammerstein.
By the way,
I'm not
on
sure
the
it's
YouTube,
Hammerstein.
you realize
Yeah.
we're no longer on. It's now showing you the minute. Oh well, it's behind. Okay, got it. All right.
But I really like Dong Hammerstein.
It's a good name, but we can give it to him another day.
It's a good name, and he's got some good content going today.
Are we going to add this part on the Saturday special? This
Chris,
is
what do you think?
funny.
This part should be on the
I already
Saturday.
have 3 more things marked.
I mean, this was not. I mean, this was not my idea. You shifted to this.
By
I
the
mean,
way, the Saturday special is going to be really short this week because Dr. Clapper and I think, are doing 2 hours live, just banging calls from 7 to 9 a.m. Then we got a
that'll be
half
fun, I'm
hour.
sure.
Then we got Trojans Live Encore.
Now, why are you and Dr. Clapper? Why not Dr. Clapper solo? What's the story
I
there?
have to come in and run the show, so it's just me and him. I mean,
really?
well, yeah.
You got to run the show on Saturday?
Yes.
And then you got to go and hang out with Beto and Travis on Saturday?
I'm not one of these people around here that complains about working too much.
No.
Okay, nobody cares about your work schedule. Can we talk about something?
Oh, yeah, let's go to Warren. Warren in Montebello. You are caller number 7 on $1 Million Monday. Good morning, Warren.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you today?
Buenos días.
I'm doing fine now.
All right,
How are
Warren.
you guys?
Warren, you sound excited and peppy. I love it. So give us your big game prediction on $1 Million Monday, please.
I'm going with the Rams over the Colts, 31-24.
21-24.
31-24.
31-24. I like it.
31-24.
Well, Warren, congratulations just for playing on $1 Million Monday. You win tickets to Rams Cardinals at SoFi. Now, be sure on that day you come by HBC for the postgame, and I'll put you on the radio because Travis doesn't like the bit, so I just keep doing more of it. Good job, Warren. Congratulations. Stay on hold. Have a beautiful day, sir.
Way to regulate, Warren.
$1 Million Mondays presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Listen all day long on $1 Million Monday.
Hey, real quick, before we get back to football, and in the YouTube hour, I would love to hear from Cappy about his experience in New Orleans at the Laker game. But speaking of the Lakers, real quick, first of all, Luka was insane against the Bucks. Okay, that might have been. I know he's had some really good games this year. I think that might have been his most complete game, and I think mostly because he got to the line so many freaking times, and he had to deal with Giannis on the other side. For the Mongrels, Ayton played great. That's the one great game he's going to have. Then he's going to have two good games.
Wow.
Then he's going to. I mean, literally, if you look at it, if you look at it, this is how it's going to go. It's literally been playing out every time. He has one awesome game that you're like, man, DeAndre Ayton is awesome, and then he's going to have two pretty good games, and then he's going to have two games that are solid, but not going to have a lot of impact. But it's going to kind of fool you because the stats are going to look good, and then he's going to have a stinker. Like, we've now seen this play out almost to a T for 2 weeks now.
But every time we talk about him, you always get defensive. Like, gosh, you guys are putting me in a position where I sound like I hate on the guy. And then you tell us how much you like him personally and everything.
It's not defensive at all. It's very matter of fact, actually.
Well, all I know is this. I did not realize that the Lakers would go to Milwaukee and annihilate the Bucks the way they did.
Drub them.
Like, I mean, listen, the game against New Orleans, and I'll talk to you about it a little bit later on, it's a weird vibe in New Orleans. I mean, I thought because the Lakers
told you.
Yeah, no, I thought because the Lakers were in town, the place would be jam-packed. It was not at all. If that arena could hold, let's just call it 16,000, I will tell you there were 12,500 in the building. It was very strange. But you expected the Lakers to beat up on bad teams like Charlotte and New Orleans. I wasn't quite sure that it would be like this against Milwaukee. And by the way, there was that really weird thing that happened at the end of the game, George. Did you happen to see when Thero scored his first points of his career?
Yeah.
And then Giannis had to go retrieve the ball.
Oh, it was cute.
It was very sweet.
Well,
he was like,
and
no,
by the
I'm
way,
getting the ball.
So that, for those that don't know the history of that, there is now Indiana and Milwaukee have a bit of a rivalry. So there was an issue last year where they had a young guy, Oscar Schwebe, who scored his first basket. The Pacers wanted the ball for him, but Giannis, I think, had scored like 60, so he wanted the ball, and he like ran over there to jack the ball back from the Pacers.
Yep.
So there's a history of Giannis and the ball. So good on Giannis that he now he also didn't have a very good game, like by his standards, and they didn't win. So like he didn't create a ruckus, but what he did was he did the right thing to get Adiro Thero the ball.
But I just the referee fighting with Vanderbilt over the ball. It's like,
was silly.
Bro,
Yes.
You're the referee. What do you work for these guys or do you work for the league?
Right.
I mean, it was very strange.
It was very strange.
Nonetheless, the Lakers with a big win over Milwaukee, and now the story goes, George, and like I said, we'll get back to it a little bit later on because today's Monday and it's football. But the return of LeBron looking like Manana against Utah. I know that last week people were like, well, maybe he'll return against Oklahoma City. I'm like, are you out of your freaking mind? He ain't returning against Oklahoma City.
No.
You wait for a home game against a team like Utah.
Like Utah, right, yeah. By the way, Utah beat Chicago last night.
Well, it doesn't change the fact that it's a
I'm
home
just saying,
game.
like, it goes to show you, any night in the NBA, man, you can get popped.
Mm-hmm.
Because Chicago's been playing good ball. But yes, Cappy, I want to get more into the Lakers in the YouTube hour, but I wanted to give people a nibble here.
Just a little taste, huh?
Nibble on that thing.
Just taste that thing.
Before we get into football.
Mm-hmm.
So, real quick, is there a morning mongrel of the day?
I thought you said Ron Mexico's RPO.
Okay, good. All right, yeah. And then, Cappy, we'll have to see if Dong Hammerstein can come up and be the guy next time.
Listen.
I thought it was, it's in there. It says Dong.
Yeah, no, it's
Dong Hammerstein.
Oh, Hammerstein.
I'm pronouncing it Stein.
Oh.
And I'm saying Steen.
Right.
Oh.
But the Donger, as we like to call him.
Wait, so you ripping it away from Ron Mexico's RPO?
No,
are
no,
you basically
no.
saying, are you pulling, Ron Mexico was about to hand it off and you pulled it?
No, Ron
away from it?
Mexico is going to he's got a run pass option, okay?
Right.
There's no doubt about it. And Ron can win today, but I'm going to already nominate tomorrow the Donger. You know what I mean? Donger.
Don't do it for tomorrow.
Oh, well,
and by the way, Parker Bell,
when
when he
Peter
actually
Acevedo is going to be upset that he wasn't the inaugural winner of the Mongrel of the Day award?
Could be.
Parker can help with this when he actually shows up to work.
Okay,
Oh, well,
I
there
don't
you
think
go.
that's
All
going to
right,
happen.
Let's get back to football, Cappy.
All right.
Football. Hey, let's hit
So-
music.
Rams. Okay.
Okay.
What do you think their chances are to win the NFC?
Now, are you asking me what do I think?
No, where do you think they rank?
Where are they in the FPI rankings?
Here's what I would say right now. I think the Rams had the second most impressive win of the day yesterday. And for me, the Rams are right now the number one team in the NFC. I don't know if Vegas will agree. I don't know if ESPN Stats and Information will agree. All I know is what I'm looking at, and I'm seeing it on a monitor. And for me, the Rams are the number one team in the NFC right now.
So they are number 2 according to ESPN Analytics, but it's very close.
Let me guess.
Is what I would say.
Let me guess who's number 1.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's that much of a guess. I'm going to take a stab here and assume.
Let me hear you all say E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagles!
Right, yes.
I'm going to guess Philadelphia.
Let's go Birds!
There is a clear separation between the top 2 and the rest of the pack, okay? Eagles at 24% to win the NFC, Rams at 22%, so it's very close. Then after that, there is a bunch of teams jumbled up. Packers at 11%.
Oh,
Niners,
Packers, please.
Niners at 11%.
Okay.
Lions at 11%. Seahawks still at 10%.
Okay.
And then Baker and the Bucks at 7%. Okay?
Well, and we're going to see Baker this weekend when Tampa Bay comes to SoFi Stadium.
Right.
And, listen, they were in that game yesterday against Buffalo, and then Josh Allen
just went bonkers. Well, you heard about Bergman's text.
I mean, the 3 touchdown passes, the 3 touchdown runs, the big scoring from Buffalo, the explosion on offense, and I think that Tampa Bay, all these injuries have started to catch up with them now.
Yeah, of course it had to at some point.
Because look,
Cappy, if the Rams take care of business and they beat Tampa Bay, they're going to be tied with Carolina for first place. How bad is that?
Carolina's coming on. Yeah,
Tampa
they've
Bay.
surged here lately.
Yes, how bad is that?
I mean, listen,
You know what?
Kid, Tedero McMillan, the wide receiver, had a monster game yesterday.
Well,
T-Mac, he was a top 5 pick in the draft.
But Bryce Young, listen, here's the thing about
He
Bryce
looks
Young.
good.
Can we all just admit that none of us are seeing any Carolina Panther games?
No,
in other words,
not
when
a
you
minute.
turn on your multi-view on YouTube, you're not saying, hey, Carolina, Atlanta. But that game went
I saw
deep.
I saw them a ton yesterday because I did not go multi-view because, honestly, YouTube TV, if you don't have YouTube TV, I'm kind of out on the NFL Sunday ticket because I can't multi-view like the Chargers or Rams if they're on TV.
Really?
If you don't have YouTube TV, a subscription to the actual TV service,
right,
and you just do the NFL Sunday ticket,
okay,
yeah, you can't multi-view those games, which really puts me in a bind. So it's just silly. So
anything
next
that's
year,
over the air locally,
correct. And next year YouTube TV, sorry, I'm out. Like, I'm not paying you $350 to not be able to multi-view the games I want.
I'm still in, and I multi-viewed yesterday the Charger game, and I am in the
but
early
you're not
window.
in the market.
No, I know, and I happen to have been in New Orleans yesterday, so I turned on my YouTube TV on my daughter's TV in her house. But listen, I'll say this, George. I think that the Rams, when you go back to those percentages, the Rams are right where they should be. In other words, Philadelphia is the defending champs. Philadelphia is grinding out and finding ways to win.
Although I'll tell you this, and I was going to text you guys, but I was just so tired I didn't want to get up and grab my phone because it was already like on the charger.
Grab that thing.
Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
I wanted to text DeAndre. Like, I would love to. Can we get DeAndre during the YouTube hour? Because I want to ask him this question. How challenging is it to be an Eagles fan with Nick Sirianni as the head coach? Because did you see what he did again yesterday?
Which part are you talking about?
The going for it on the tush push. The Lions did a great job on the tush push.
Yeah, it's like the first time I can remember anybody
doing it.
Yeah,
dude, he went for a tush push at like his own 25 or whatever the hell.
Well, the percentages say that they get it.
I get it, man. But, like, after they've stopped you multiple times on the tush push, including on a 4th down on the previous drive,
I know.
Like, just punt it away. Like,
but
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know, but that's the personality of their team is we're going to push you around,
but
we're going to come back. If it's 3rd and 1, we'll come back. It's a 2-down.
It's a 10-point game with 2 minutes to go. Like, the Lions could have, and all their timeouts, the Lions could have absolutely won that game still, potentially.
But they couldn't seem to get anything going offensively, and I don't know
because
if
the defense was so good. 17, that linebacker for the Eagles was in-freaking-sane.
I don't know if it was Dan Campbell taking over play-calling duties or if it was just Jared Goff having just an
they
awful,
were in
awful
Goff's
night.
grill the whole time.
I mean,
as a matter of fact, it was funny. Like, I was using Goff as an example to Mateo, because we were watching the game together, and I said, "You see how he's not setting his feet to throw?" I go, "Don't ever do that. Don't ever throw unless you can't set your feet. If anything, what he needs to do there is just throw it away, like throw it at the feet of a receiver." So I was literally explaining to my 7-year-old the mechanics that Goff was using that were clearly not great because, of course, there's 4 300-pound men chasing him. But, yeah, like it was not – like he had no chance to do anything. And then the Eagles' defensive front is so big and tall, stature-wise. They were knocking down balls. Yeah, but I just think Sirianni, man, like I was like, if I were an Eagle fan, I would have been like, I would have thrown something on my television.
But the Eagles get this win yesterday, and even there was a controversial call late in the game with under 2 minutes to go with a pass interference penalty.
Oh, it was not pass interference.
It was just
the Lions got
call.
hosed big time.
Terrible call. Collinsworth,
if anything, it should have been offensive pass
100%.
interference on A.J. Brown.
Right, no doubt. Collinsworth called it out immediately, like as an awful call.
My goodness.
It was just such a bad call. And when you have Sunday Night Football and you've got Chris Collinsworth, one of the true faces of the NFL's broadcast teams, just calling you out. And then they go to these pool reporter guys afterwards and they talk to the referee. How could you make that call? And these refs try and defend this nonsense BS calls. It could have gotten even more bizarre at the end of that game. But listen, Philadelphia deserves to be number one right now in terms of a betting favorite to make the Super Bowl.
Sure.
The Rams deserve to be number two, no doubt.
And by the way, the Eagles beat the Rams.
Yes.
And they have beat the Rams. Remember, like,
the
it's
two
the
block
final
field goals.
boss. The Rams, they're the final boss. Eagles are Thanos. You got to beat Thanos, okay?
Yeah. I think Seattle's numbers should have dropped a little bit. Detroit, I still believe, is kind of there.
We believe in us.
But, I mean, last night's game.
They're not as good on the road.
No, they're not. And they're not as – listen, when you take a dome team and you put them outside and you put them on natural grass and you put them in any kind of weather. I mean, last night the wind was howling. So it contributed a little bit to the game. But I'll just say this. Philadelphia deserves to be number one. The Rams deserve to be number two. Who did you say was number three? San Francisco very much deserves to be in that
it was
mix.
the Packers. It was the Packers.
Packers. Are we
so
serious?
Packers, so tied.
I don't think they're that good. I really don't.
They're
I
not
don't
that
see
good.
it. I don't
They're
see
not.
it at all.
Everybody went crazy.
Packers, Niners, Lions all at 11%, Seahawks 10, and then Bucks 7.
I am so not sold on the Packers, and everybody thought once they got Micah Parsons, it's a game changer, and for a couple of games it was. And I'm not saying that he's not performing. He is. But they're not as complete, and they're not even close to what the Rams are.
Michelle on Unsportsmark had a good comp that the Packers of the NFC are the Bills of the AFC. Completely inconsistent. You never know what you're going to get.
They're better, though.
Right, but I would say the
Bills are way
biggest
better.
difference is this. Josh Allen is way better than Jordan Love,
Right.
and he can single-handedly win a game, as we saw yesterday. I don't know if Jordan Love is capable of that, and then Josh Jacobs got hurt for them yesterday, which doesn't bode well for them.
And I can buy the fact that Buffalo has been inconsistent. I mean, you can look, win, lose, win, lose, win.
Sure.
I mean, they are inconsistent.
They have a terrible receiving core. Can we agree on that?
We can, but they have got so many other kinds of weapons. And Josh Allen is just, as their announcer always calls him, he's a beast. He is. The guy just runs people over. He can take off running. He can obviously throw the ball on the move. So Buffalo is, even though their record doesn't say it and New England's record looks so much better, Buffalo is still a very serious team to contend with. Although I am watching Kansas City fall apart at 5-5. There's 7 games to go, so I'm not going to count Kansas City out quite yet. But that was a huge loss yesterday, and by the same token, a monster win for Denver. And, God, I just love watching San Diego just fall apart on the road at Jacksonville. God, that was great.
I mean, but that was predictable, was it not?
Yeah, because I tell you all the time that when you look at a team
West
like
Coast
Jacksonville,
team, 10 o'clock game, coming off a big win, like that was super letdown factor, easy call.
And Jacksonville, whose defense has really not been very good because they've lost like 3 straight games, their defense came to play yesterday. And listen, as much as it pains me because Justin Herbert's my fantasy quarterback, Justin Herbert in an NFL football game, Justin Herbert passed for less than 81 yards. Or what is he, Justin Fields all of a sudden? I mean, that was a pathetic performance. But I told you guys, the Chargers will charger. Everybody hypes them up. Oh, they're 3-0. Oh, and they got 3 wins in their division. And, oh, they're for real. They're not for real.
No, but what is for real, though? Like,
heart.
I mean,
guts,
Cappy, I think
grit.
when they lost their 2 or 3 offensive linemen, we thought, okay, playoff team. Like, not Super Bowl team anymore. And their starting running back. They're like that. Their third running back.
They're into their fourth running back. But this is why they do this every year. It's why I love when you guys get all hyped. Everybody can't wait for Monday morning. Let's stick it to Cappy. The Chargers actually won.
But they're good. Are they not?
Nah, they're not good.
Oh, stop.
You don't go on the road and lose to Jacksonville and get annihilated and tell me they're good. They're horrible.
They've destroyed my picks against the spread.
They're still going to win 10 games.
Nah.
Cap, especially when they get beat by Davis Mills. That's the worst.
Oh, dude, wait until they get beat by the Raiders.
You know what everybody has been...
No, they're not going to get beat by the Raiders.
Yeah, they are.
You know what
They
everyone's...
do have a little bit of a tough schedule, though, moving forward, I would say.
Everybody's been wondering, Cappy.
Yeah, tell me.
How did your prize picks go over the weekend?
You want to know something interesting?
Yeah.
I'm in New Orleans this weekend. I open up my Prize Picks app. I go to start making all my plays. I can't figure it out. Now, you guys know me. Sometimes I have technology issues, right? I couldn't figure it out. What the hell's going on? I can't get to the board. Why can't I make my plays? Guess what? You always say it, George. If you want action in the state of California, play Prize Picks. Well, guess what? I wasn't in the state of California. I was in the state of Louisiana. Couldn't play.
Oh, wow.
Could not play Prize Picks. So for everybody that's listening, take advantage, man. You get to play Prize Picks.
Right, and download that Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. It's very simple to play Prize Picks. Even Cappy can do it, okay? Take that, Italian stallion. All right, there's a stat projection for every player imaginable and every sport imaginable. If you want to talk basketball, think points, rebounds, assists. You go more, you go less on those stat projections. You bundle a couple together, you can win cold, hard cash.
You know what? I'm just opening up the Prize Picks app right now. Here's what I'm wondering. And I know it's not like official, but I wonder, I'm looking for LeBron. I'm wondering if LeBron
I wonder if he'll
night,
pop up soon.
Yeah. Like if LeBron, nope, still not on there. Still not on the board yet.
All right, well, listen. You know what? Download that Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Again, first $5 lineup gets a $50 lineup bonus. It's very simple to play Prize Picks. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Thank you. 8:25 on a Monday. It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Huge victory weekend as L.A., the Rams, knocked off Seattle yesterday, and the Lakers took care of business in New Orleans and Milwaukee to complete a winning road trip. React with us all day long on ESPN LA. Thanks to Michelob Ultra. A superior taste worth playing for. Official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. We'll have a little radio titter coming up. Beto Duran, the Cisco Kid, will join us for the high school football report. Plus, maybe Eagles fan DeAndre Hawkins will join us in the YouTube hour. Smile, Mongrels. It's Monday morning, and the Sedano and Kap Morning Show is back in 4 minutes from right now.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams are 8-2 and on top of the NFC West after a nail-biter of a 21-19 win against the Seattle Seahawks, who got not 1, 2, 3, but actually 4 different passes intercepted by Sam Darnold. A huge turning point in the game. Every time it felt like the Seahawks had a chance to get back into this game, Sam Darnold would throw one to the Rams. 2 from Cam Kitchens, Emmanuel Forbes, and with his first one of the season, we saw Darius Williams. Don't sleep on the Rams special teams unit either. Punter Ethan Evans pinning the Seahawks inside the 1-yard line with under 2 minutes to go there in the fourth quarter, meaning they had to drive even further to get into a game-winning field goal position, which came up just a little bit wide to end the game. The Rams get their 8th win of the season. With Monday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. The crazy Hernandez brothers at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring have wood. And not just little wood, but a lot of high-quality hardwood in all colors and lengths. If you need to lay down some new wood in your home, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring has got you covered. Visit their huge showroom right off the 5 freeway by Commerce Casino, or check them out on the web at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. They even have carpet and artificial turf if that's what you prefer. All jokes aside, no gimmicks, no markups, just the best price on quality flooring at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
At RustNetCars.com. 'Tis the season to relax and save big on your next luxury car. Skip the doorbusters and shop thousands of luxury vehicles from the comfort of home, including over 100 special lease offers on brands like Genesis, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Porsche, Volvo, Land Rover, and BMW. It's all in one place and the savings starts now. RusNetCars.com. Your sleigh awaits.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local LA Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metric True Score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person that made the deal. Additional terms apply.
Don't just cheer for the Trojans, experience the game like one. Introducing USC Game Day Experiences on Airbnb, where you'll step onto the field at the LA Coliseum and feel 70,000 fans erupt. Your game day includes an exclusive tailgate, a behind-the-scenes tour, pregame field access for warm-ups, and field-level seats in the exclusive Audi Club for the game. USC Game Day Experiences, now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:31, good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday, $1 Million Monday. On this day, in 2018, the number one hit, Ariana Grande, Thank You Next, Cappy.
Okay. Ariana Grande. Now, isn't this new Wicked movie? Isn't she like the star of Wicked?
I think so.
She's the good witch.
And
Glinda.
she's in like the new Wicked, like the second part of it.
Wicked for good.
Yeah, it's coming out. Is it this week?
I don't know. I don't.
feel like there's a huge amount of publicity.
Is she in the original?
Yes.
The movie that came out as well, too?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
basically like a different version of this movie, the first one, right? I'm not a Wicked person, so I don't know.
I saw the Broadway show and thought it was great.
Is Jeff Goldblum in this one, too?
I don't know.
This is part 2.
Yeah,
Part
but
2.
I got done with the first Wicked and was like, I didn't
My
love
buddy.
it, and I also thought, isn't there more to this? And I guess now there's a second movie. They're hitting us over the head twice.
Oh, sometimes you got to do that.
They're going to double dip on us.
Yeah,
By the way,
they took the whole thing, split it into 2 movies, and it starts on Thursday.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Danny DeVito's turns 81 today.
Danny DeVito, real quick note.
Jersey Mike.
I love these commercials
Yeah,
with him and
he's
Eli
amazing.
Manning.
He's amazing.
When Eli Manning has on like the Danny DeVito baldy head, and I'm not trying to take your job, man. Yeah, I think those are hilarious movies.
No,
Or,
very well
TV
done.
commercials, rather.
And Rachel McAdams turns 47 today.
All right, now her, I don't know who she is.
No,
The
she's
Notebook.
that, and she was the star female lead
Mm-hmm.
in Wedding Crashers, right?
Yeah, she's in Mean Girls. She's Regina George.
All right.
Blonde.
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, I loved her after
Yeah.
Wedding Crashers. She's adorable.
Take a look at her here. Oh, I know who she is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And she played Laura Bush in the George W. Bush movie.
Yeah, The Notebook, George, you mentioned. Mean Girls. Okay. Rachel McAdams.
Meanwhile, at 8:33 Radio Tinder Time, we like to play a TV theme.
Ooh.
Yesterday, November 16th, back in 2018, Narcos Mexico premiered on Netflix.
What a series.
And of course, we remember this moment for old listeners of ESPN LA when we attempted Sedano, Kap, and LZ, or Sedano,
What a
LZ, and Kap.
disaster.
Remember day 2?
Oh, my God.
When Cappy kept talking about Narcos Mexico and LZ exploded.
Well, no, it was this song. It was this theme. And I kept saying, well, this is Narcos Mexico. And then LZ was trying to bait me. Oh, is that the only thing you know about Mexicans? Is Narcos? Is that the only thing you know is cartels? Is that what you're saying about Mexican people?
And that's when Sedano
God.
and I said, we got to do something about this eventually.
Right. Somebody kill Cap. Knock him out.
Well, it is Radio Tinder time. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. I have the audio somewhere. I'll have to
so
find
brutal. It was like, oh, LZ, it's a song related to a show that's about Narcos Mexico. It's not. I know you're trying to put me into this role of what an offensive thing you just said. I'm going to try and get you fired. But it was super innocent, and it was lame.
Radio Tinder made possible by our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks.
I love that Briones is cracking up.
Call 866.
Are you offended, Briones?
I'm laughing, bro. Why would I be offended?
Because this is Narcos Mexico.
866-624 FLOOR, or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale jack. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. So Gen Z is bringing back the polarizing trend of shared tables and communal dining. So I guess this trend of, it's basically seating large groups of diners together at big banquet tables. It experienced surges in popularity back in like the 80s and again in the 2000s. And according to new data from Resy, which Bergman mentioned last week that he likes to use to make a lot of dinner reservations, 90% of Gen Z diners say that they enjoy communal tables compared to 60% of boomers. Resy's report found that 63% of respondents feel that communal tables are a great way for meeting new people. Half of them said that they've had interesting conversations with someone they otherwise wouldn't have spoken to. And 1 in 3 said they met a new friend this way. 1 in 7 said they've even landed a date. Are you a fan of the communal dining trend? Swipe left or swipe right. Cappy, you go first.
I think this is going to surprise you. I'm a huge fan of the communal dining tables. As a matter of fact...
That does not surprise me.
Oh, a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago when USC was playing... What game was it on a Saturday night? Oh, no. Excuse me. USC was playing also the Dodgers when the Dodgers won Game 7. That night, I was at a bar restaurant that I like to watch my sports at.
Well, the Dodgers won Game 7 on a Sunday, didn't they?
It was a Sunday?
You're right.
It was
Whatever.
Saturday.
You were watching
No, it was a Saturday.
Either way, so I go to this place, and the place is jam-packed. So they got this communal table. So Rachel had gotten a seat at this communal table. As it turns out, we wind up talking to these two people that are at this table, and now we've become like pals with these people. Like, we're all planning on watching the USC Oregon game.
You know what's going to happen next.
Well, here's the best part. You ready for this? You're going to love this. The girl, she's a chaplain in the Navy, right? And she's like, let me show you my Halloween costume last week. And it's her in like all kinds of like crazy whips and chains and handcuffs and stuff. And
Here we go.
I'm like, hey, chaplain, you're our kind of girl. We like you. She's fun. So, yeah, like
Cappy, you a freak, man.
We sat at this communal table. We became like, we hung out with these guys. Chris, we got done and we said, hey, we got to go down to the bar right down the road. You know, the dive bar that I love so much in my neighborhood. We took
the
them there.
Kraken?
The Kraken. We took them there. We partied with them there. And now all of a sudden,
the night I went to the Kraken, I ended up asleep outside of Rachel's house. So I only can imagine.
Weird things happen there. But yeah, I like the communal table. I like talking to new people. I like meeting new friends. I
know you guys do.
I like that. George, what do you think about the communal table?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I sat at one at the Delta Lounge actually briefly yesterday, but then a regular table opened up and I wanted to sit there. But I did sit there.
Did he spit on him?
Berg,
by
how
the way,
about
speaking
you?
of that, we got to talk about the Jamar Chase spitting thing.
Oh, man, that was so, like, for a guy.
And spit on that thing.
Yeah, that was kind of
For
crazy.
a guy who comes out and goes, well, I didn't spit on him. And then, like, the video says, yeah, you did. Like, how do you answer that? Do you go, oh, sorry, my bad, I forgot? Like,
Did he spit?
Like, what do you do? Like, how do you defend yourself? How do you talk your way out of this?
You don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Berg, do you like communal tables?
I don't mind them, but I would prefer to just sit at my own table.
I remember one time. I'm with
I
you.
can go to a community table and be perfectly fine, but
Yeah,
I
right.
prefer
That-
my
that-
own table.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm okay with it if that's what's available, but if not, yeah, I'd rather just be by myself too. Sure.
My ex-boyfriend and I once got seated at one of the. We didn't know, but the whole place was like this. Is this barbecue place in Cleveland, and I think it's called Mabel's, Michael Simon's place, and it was just like a fair. You know how they do like, you have like a rib cook-off or whatever, and they're just big picnic tables, big long picnic tables, and they just sat us down right next to these other people, and I was like, what the hell? This is weird. And we just got up and left because I didn't want to do it. I thought it was really weird.
I mean, you left?
Yeah, we left as soon as they sat us down because we thought it was weird. The place was packed.
Who's Michael Simon?
Yeah, but I feel like a barbecue place is totally good. Most most good barbecue places are gonna be that.
They are
type of seating.
You're right, but I just wasn't used to that type of seating.
So you
I thought
left?
it was weird, so we left. Yeah, we were just like, this is weird. We're
The mongrels on the YouTube chat are gonna love that.
I still don't know who Michael Simon is.
He's a good
chef,
like celebrity chef, I guess.
I don't know.
All right, so next one. A boss has sparked a heated debate after she revealed that she once fired 2 employees after finding out that they'd been cheating on their romantic partners. So this woman, her name is Natalie Dawson. She's the co-founder and president of Cardone Ventures, and she went viral after she shared her take on the Diary of a CEO podcast. She said she'd make the same decision again in a heartbeat because she couldn't have that kind of behavior in her work environment. Do you think someone should be able to get fired over a personal relationship that has nothing to do with work?
Quick question for clarification. Are the 2 people that are having these affairs, are they both working for the same company? In other
They're
words,
not together. Like, let's say it's 2 completely separate, isolated incidents.
Okay, and the boss found out that both of these individuals were cheating on their spouses?
Correct. And so she fired them.
Oh, wow.
Well, if you have a morality clause in your employment agreement,
depends.
Yeah,
right?
and she can prove it, then you're out.
But that does seem like a little bit invasive. On the other hand, you're the boss and you're like, I got this guy over here. He's a cheater on his wife. I got this woman over here. She's a cheater on her husband. And you know what? I'm thinking to myself as a boss, I'm going, you guys are having to live these lies. You guys are having to focus on lying. How are you focusing on work? Right? Because you got too much other stuff going on because you're trying to lie to your wife about.
That's the logic.
Right.
Yes.
And so she fired them because
What
they're
state
cheaters.
was she in? Was her company in?
I'm not sure. I'll look that up. But
Because that's important too.
how many people though? Like, would that even be a known thing?
Well, if you can prove it, and again, you have a morality clause in the employment agreement, you can do it.
Yeah.
And it does depend on what state you're in. Like, for example, I was in Louisiana for the weekend, and I tried using YouPorn while I was down there.
Oh, jeez, Cap.
Do you know that?
We could have saved that for the YouTube. At least the kids are in school now. Thank God.
I'll save the rest of the story for later.
I mean, 8:40. Most kids are in school by now. Thankfully. Quack,
and
quack,
Parker's still not at work.
There he is. He's right here. Wait, Parker got to work.
Oh, he got to work.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
By the way, speaking of the YouTube hour, the LA Times, Cappy, I feel like you'd be super into this.
Tell me.
They have their 21 best gyms in LA County.
Okay.
So I want to. I feel like this is right up your alley.
Is my downtown F45? Did it make it?
We'll tell you on the other side.
okay.
In the 9 o'clock.
All right.
So.
Oh, that was just amazing.
piece.
Yeah, that was amazing. Radio Tinder made possible by Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Meanwhile, let's talk about our downtown LA home away from home, the East Central Hotel, Cappy.
So I checked in last night, and when I got there, the front desk attendant, she's wonderful. She's so
the great
good to us.
Jennifer.
She's so great to us. And she said, "Oh, hello, Mr. Kaplan. Welcome home." That's what she said to me. She said, "Welcome home." And I said, "Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. So glad to see your smiling face here at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night." And she said, "And Mr. Morales has already checked in and told us that you'd be joining us this evening."
Yes,
And
he
I said,
did. There you
"Thank
go.
I said, "Thank you so much." The East Central Hotel, look, when you go there, you get that family vibe. It's not like one of these mega, branded hotels where they've just packed rooms in and they've made these rooms super tiny and they're not personal in any way. When you stay at the East Central, you'll know the front desk people. You'll know the ladies in the morning in the Nixo Lounge that are putting out the coffee or putting out the muffins. You will get to know the manager, Robert Montez, who really sets the tone. And listen, maybe you won't get to know them all as well as me and Chris do because we're there all the time, but you will have that feeling of, these folks are here to make my stay as comfortable as possible. The biggest hotel rooms in all of downtown LA. I always mention the softest towels. People have really picked up on your middle towel thing.
The middle towel, I use it for my privates.
Right. And so the towels are super soft. The rooms are really big. The gym has everything you need. I'll be in there working out today. I wonder if the gym at the East Central made it to the top 21 gyms in all of LA per the LA Times. I'll be working out there this afternoon. They've got everything you need. And then there's that Nixo Lounge, which, again, you're on the second floor overlooking Figueroa, and you've got the vibe and the feel of downtown LA. but you're up above it all, and it's really an awesome place. I'm telling you right now, if you're coming down to downtown LA because you're going to a game over at Crypto.com, you're going to a show at the Microsoft Theater, you're going to the Grammy Museum, you're going to the Convention Center, whatever the case may be, the spot, the best location, right across the street from LA Live, that is the East Central Hotel, and that's where we stay, and that's where you should stay.
Thank you, Cappy. 8:43. Beto Duran, the Cisco Kid, joins us in 3 minutes from right now. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
I always give thanks for cash, but I'll never poo-poo a gift card from Mom. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Book a room with a view for as low as $129.
Number 2.
Morongo's got your Thanksgiving feast to go. Your choice of a whole turkey, glazed ham, or prime rib with 6 sides and dessert. Order yours now.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Lincoln Nautilus November 30th.
Morongo, good times.
Did you know Children's Hospital Los Angeles is changing the game in pediatric heart care? They're first in the world to implant an FDA-approved cardiac stent that grows with the child, meaning fewer surgeries, less time in the hospital, and more time for kids to just be kids. CHLA also ranks among the nation's best for heart transplant success rates and runs the largest congenital heart program on the West Coast. So put your child's heart in the hands of the team that's setting the pace. To learn more, visit chla.org.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
The balance of how you drive me crazy and also make me laugh hilariously is like the perfect balance.
See that? Perfect balance.
Yeah.
Perfect balance.
Yeah.
Back to Sedano and Cap.
8:47. Good morning. When you hear the Cisco Kid play in on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, you know it is time for the one and only, the Cisco Kid of ESPN LA, the great Beto Duran. Time for our high school football report, Monday edition, sponsored by Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Your child's comeback starts at CHLA. We say good morning to Beto Duran. Good morning, Beto.
Buenos dias, everybody. How you doing?
Buenos
dias.
By the way, guys, we are out at 55:50.
Okay. And then we'll pull into
thank
YouTube.
you.
Yes.
And here's the deal. So in the YouTube hour, we'll get a little further into the Lakers, particularly Cappy's experience in New Orleans that Mike Trudell got him tickets. We'll get into those USC permutations, right? Who USC needs to root for and against over the next couple of weeks. Obviously, they need to win out. And then DeAndre is going to join us to talk about the Eagles almost, blowing it there at the end against the Lions. But and then more fun, frivolity, and football talk. So, Beto, speaking of football, big upset, okay? Orange Lutheran, Bosco, what went down?
Maybe one of the biggest upsets in Southern California prep football, because Bosco was supposed to just roll over everybody, one of the best teams in the country. Orange Lutheran, Scott Kaplan has been talking about him because his boy is one of the coaches there. And Cappy, on Friday, you even said it. You know what? Their record, why are in the top division? I told you, because they're better than the record indicates, because it's the toughest league in the entire country. Those kids were locked in. Cappy, I was even texting you, heart and soul kind of game from Orange Lutheran. They were on the road. They got beat the first time they saw each other a couple weeks ago, 48-0, but they had a big pick six. They stayed with it, and at the end, it came down to the Bosco kicker, who's actually a kid committed to Washington, missed a couple extra points, missed a field goal. But a lot of credit to the Orange Lutheran Lancers getting the job done. And then on the other side, Carson Palmer, Santa Margarita, went to Sierra Canyon. And Sierra Canyon Cappy had been undefeated. Their defense had given up nothing this year. They have a bunch of dudes going all over the country to major schools. And Carson Palmer went on the road, and he got the victory. So it's going to be Santa Margarita against Orange Lutheran on one side of the bracket, and on the other side it's going to be Mater Dei against Corona Centennial, a rematch of a game that happened earlier in the season. So Division One, it's all a mess right now.
Yeah, Beto, just to go back to the Bosco Orange Lutheran game, you're right. That was the conversation on Friday. Like, why is Orange Lutheran even playing in this playoff given how bad their record was? And you pointed it out. Well, they have the toughest schedule, or, one of the toughest schedules. I felt terrible for that kid from Bosco because he's a commit to the University of Washington. And, when you miss 2 extra points and a 35-yard field goal in one game when the pressure is on, if you're Washington, you're like looking at this kid that, as I recall reading about, he was a scholarship kid. He wasn't a preferred walk-on kid. No. So I guess on one hand, if I were the college, I'd be like, hey, good, get it out of your system. You had one really bad game and learn from that. And better that you did it in high school than up here at the University of Washington. On the other hand, I think to myself, wow, we committed a scholarship to this young kid, and, man, he had a brutal – that's a really rough game. Missing a 35-yard field goal, it happens. Missing an extra point on occasion, it happens. But missing 2 in the same game, I really felt for that kid on Friday night, Beto.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best kickers in the entire country. He's been automatic for him. He's also a baseball player, real good kid. But Orange Lutheran, King Rich Johnson, love the name. King Rich had a pick six for Orange Lutheran that sealed the game, so it was awesome for them.
And I think Orange Lutheran, Beto, I think, I'm not 100% positive, I think their quarterback is being highly recruited. And I think I may have read this past weekend, do they have a receiver that may have committed to UCLA? By the way, everybody's going to have to fact check me on everything I just said, because I may have read that, or I may have written it down and then read it, and so I just believed it. So I'm not 100% positive.
Well, Orange Lutheran has guys that are getting recruited, Cappy, but none of them have been committed to any of the big-time schools.
Okay.
But, Cappy, you're going to love this. And Morales, get ready for this. Orange Lutheran has a freshman lineman. His name is Mario Luna. His brand, Torta Power.
Oh yeah.
I kid you not. He's actually from Ensenada, Mexico, and he's playing at Orange Lutheran now.
Let's get him on the show. I want to hear about Torta Power. Let's get him on the show.
Yeah. So, he has a huge following, over 100,000 on TikTok, over 100,000 on Instagram. He's a freshman. He's 6'2", pushing 300, but his entire brand is Torta Power. He wants to inspire people because there was a story about him in the LA Times in Espanol, but just check him on social media. Mario Luna, a big freshman lineman. He's going to get a lot of offers later on, but Torta Power. He is made for this show.
Okay, I got to look him up right now on Torta Power.
You'll see it.
Okay, Torta Power.
Yep. He has merch, Cappy. He has his own merch store. That's how you brand yourself right now.
Oh, Mario Luna Football. Okay, he's got a new follower. 117,000 followers,
wow.
This kid.
On IG?
No, on
TikTok?
On TikTok, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Look at my man. Okay.
Nice.
But also,
brother.
Yeah, I want to so Torta Power's doing it, but I want to give a shout out to a lot of the smaller schools that are doing things. On Friday night, there were a bunch of games that were being played in the mud. And the city section, you know this, resources aren't the best, but they have the grass field there. Kathy, I sent you some of these pictures. Shout out to Southgate. They were down 24-8 in the fourth quarter, came back to beat Gardena in overtime. So they're going to the semifinals, the Southgate Rams. And Bellflower High, Coach Keith Miller, Kathy, in the mud, they won 13-12. So they're going to the semifinals. And how about this one? La Puente, Kathy. I got to take you to La Puente one day. La Puente, the Warriors in Division 14 are going to the semis this year. They won their first playoff game since 1979, and they're undefeated right now in the playoffs. So shout out to La Puente, who's out there doing it, man. And also, Cappy, your Garfield Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Zastis Heidigwe on fire. They ended the Cinderella run for Palisades this year. Great run by the Dolphins, but Garfield is going to keep on rolling in the playoffs.
This is so cool. So we've got, you mentioned just at the beginning, real quick, because we got about a minute before we hit this break. Just go back to the beginning now. The semifinals you mentioned, you got Santa Margarita against Centennial, right? Did I get that right?
No. Santa Margarita against Olu.
Okay.
Corona Centennial against Modern Day Rematch.
Got it. And that's in both of those games this upcoming Friday night?
Everything's Friday night, baby. Semifinals are here.
Okay, man. Wow. We
Thank
are
you
there.
to Beto Duran, the Cisco Kid with the high school football report, brought to you by Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Your child's comeback starts at CHLA. Beto, we'll enjoy you all week on the Lakers broadcast, and we'll talk to you Friday morning. Thank you, Beto. Thank you, Beto.
By the way, I know we got to hustle up here, but Olu has a lineman going to Alabama, a receiver going to UCLA, and a running back going to Northwestern. How about that?
Thank you, Cappy. I hold up the sign, Jacob's face, because Shitato's going to tell us about our friend Jacob Emrani.
Yeah, with that new number. Happy Monday, Los Angeles. Welcome to the start of something new. Everyone knows that after an accident, you call Jacob. You tell him Sedano, Mason, Cappy, the whole crew here at 710 sent you. And now Jacob Emrani has that new number. Are you ready for it? Here it is. 800-345-6789. Yep, very simple to remember. Callie has been calling Jacob after an accident for almost 30 years. But now you can call him at this number, 800-345-6789. New number, same Jacob Emrani, 800-345-6789. Jacob's making it much easier to call him, 800-345-6789. Most trusted team has a new number, 800-345-6789. If you know how to count, say it with me, 800-345-6789. It's that simple. Call Jacob Emrani. YouTube hours coming up next. We're going to get a USC update here, okay? Keep you locked in on who you got to root for and against the next couple of weeks. Get back to the Rams and the NFL, the Chargers, the big Raiders game tonight. DeAndre's going to stop through as well. Lots of stuff here, and the Lakers as well.
Midland, coming live in concert.
People say I've got a drinking problem.
Saturday, December 6th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Kid Midland's latest album, Barely Blue, out now. And see them live in concert. Get tickets now at FantasySpringsResort.com or at 760-342-5000. Don't miss Midland.
Have you heard the refinancing rule of thumb that says you have to drop your rate at least 0.5% to refi because it'll take several years of savings to recoup the closing costs for a refi? The Loan Exchange says the rule is nonsense. With a Loan Exchange free closer, you can lower your rate without paying any cost whatsoever. That's right, lower your rate with no cost and your balance doesn't go up. You start saving on the first day you have the loan and every day thereafter. If you decide to move next year or rates drop further, you can exchange that loan for another without losing a dollar that was tied up in closing costs. Today's 30-year fixed-free closer rate in APR is 5.875%. So if your current mortgage rate is higher than 5.875%, give the Loan Exchange a call at 855-752-9944 or log on to theloanexchange.com. It won't cost you a thing. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-9944 or visit theloanexchange.com.
Hey,
it's Mason. The NFL is back at Cosm. Watch NFL games in shared reality at Cosm and feel the energy of game day in the Dome and in the Hall. This season, before every Rams home game, you can hang out with ESPN LA's Travis Rogers and Sua Cravens for the Rams pregame show live from the Hall at Cosm. And if you got a ticket to the game, you get in there for free. Don't miss Cosm's signature menu. Go check it out, Cosm.com. That's COSM.com, Cosm.com.
What's going on? It's Bethel Duran, and I love rolling around in my Toyota. Tacoma, to be exact. And right now, if you're in the 818, go check out the All-Stars at Northridge Toyota. In the 626, it's all about Wondries Toyota. Lease a brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $164 a month or 36 months plus tax. Northridge Toyota or Wondries Toyota. Serving all of SoCal sports fans, they make it easy.
Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, and dealer options and changes. $59.99 cash or trade equity down. Expires 11/30/25.
Hey, Laker fans, are you juggling work and family, chasing big goals while keeping everything else on track? You're in Ander, and National University gets it. That's why they have flexible online courses, career-focused programs, and real support for busy students who do it all. Whether you're building a career, raising a family, or going after your next big win, NU helps you crush your end game and your end game. Make your move at nu.edu.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
This one to be decided by a field goal one way or another. Jason Myers from 61 yards to win it with 1 second to go for the Seahawks. Snap, hold, and boot on the way. It's fading right. It's bleeding right. It's no good. And the Rams are in first place in the NFC West.
You know what, man? I'm so proud of you guys, right? Hey, how about this? 1,000th career catch right there. Devontae Adams.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers, charge.
To the 10, inside the 5-yard line, stretching for the pylon. Travis Etienne, touchdown! A touchdown run of 13 yards. Jacksonville's extended the lead. This one's been all Jaguars all day long at Everbank Stadium.
Chargers, charge.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
How do you say his name? Asmier?
Asmier. On 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Bigger than U.S. Steel.
What a catch by the tight end.
Dungus.
Right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo? I've danced with the devil.
It is smooth, baby. Yeah.
Here, check it out.
All right.
9:02 and 10 seconds. Good morning.
Good morning.
Our final hour of the Power Hour. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday. $1 Million Monday, Jack.
Yeah.
Up ahead, we're going to talk to USC. We'll do a pick against the spread update. We'll have the dealer's choice, real deal seller's advantage to end off the show, as always. And Eagles fan DeAndre Hawkins will join us at some point in this hour to tell us, hey, man, don't play that fight song. Stuff rolls downhill.
I warned you about this.
All right, so can I get the Trojans fight song here?
Yes.
Fight on.
All right, there we go.
Let's not be so drastic with the fade down, please. This isn't Tulsa.
Oh, really? Seems like
you sure? You sure about that?
Some days it does feel like it. You're right, Brianna.
About 5:57 this morning when things were
Dude,
flying
I will
in the studio.
DeAndre in here to run the show so quickly.
Oh, DeAndre, you want to fill in tomorrow?
And then what? And was
Start
that like
training?
a threat?
Yeah.
But who are you threatening? Us or
Briones.
you?
No,
you're
Briones,
threatening
yeah.
Briones.
Yeah.
Did you warn me before playing this song?
Don't play that, man. Seriously, that thing rolls downhill. Don't play that song, man.
Yeah. So, Cappy.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
The Trojans had a great win, a gutty win, I would even call it, this past weekend. Fair to say. I mean, they were down 21-7. Things looked bleak. And they showed us a level of intestinal fortitude that I think we had not seen yet.
Yeah, I think when people think about Lincoln Riley's USC teams, they think about high-scoring offense. They think about his reputation around quarterbacks. And for the most part, they think about weak, lame defenses. And I think that what USC showed this past weekend was some real guts. You know, you get punched in the face. That's a football term. You get punched in your mouth right in your home stadium. It's 14-0. And, hey, it's kind of a little chilly. And, man, it's sort of wet out here. We don't play in these kinds of conditions. And I was like, oh, this is perfect for us. So 14-0, 14-7, 21-7, 21-10. Give it up to USC. They were down big, and they battled back and held on. Can we agree on that? I mean, they had to hold on to win that game.
There's no doubt. They had to fight back or fight on and then hold on, to your point.
Right.
Yeah. And look, Iowa brought out all the stops. They had the Philly special to their quarterback, Gronowski. When that happened, I was like, oh, boy. Like, I was at that point thinking the route could be on.
Well, from an Iowa standpoint, you know, you got to schlep all the way out here. And this is for both teams, this was kind of a must-win. For USC, must-win to keep the playoff dream alive. And for Iowa, you know, they came in at 6-3. They were trying to advance to 7-3. Obviously, they fell. But, you know, they still have a thought, perhaps, of playing for a Big Ten title, even though probably not all that realistic. Point being, though, they came out here to try to win. And they broke out a lot of early, you know, trick play kind of stuff to try and bury USC. And that's what, to me, George, that's the most impressive part of the win. Do I think USC has better talent, better athletes? I do. Do I know for a fact that they're bigger and stronger? I don't. But what I do know now is at least USC has some heart. And that is something that, truth be told, prior to this season, I had been questioning about the USC program under Lincoln Riley. So
heart, guts, grit.
That's what I'm talking about. You tell them, Coach.
Yeah. I think they have gotten better. They've been tested. They've bounced back from adversity in ways that I didn't know they were capable of. So now the question is, all right, they're on the outside looking in at the CFP, and we'll see tomorrow where they're ranked. Now, the AP has them at 16, and if you look at the college football playoff rankings, they have been close. Not exact to the AP poll, but within reason, within a spot or two on most teams, okay? So let's just say, for argument's sake, they're at 16 in the CFP when it's revealed tomorrow at 5 o'clock, okay? That means ahead of them, they would have Georgia Tech, who is 9-1 this season, barely survived against Boston College.
Yeah, that was wild, by the way. I mean, I would have thought that they would have easily annihilated Boston College.
I did not, because Boston College has been in pretty much every game, as bad as they are. Like, they have not had they got the doors blown off them against SMU. But, you know, the Notre Dame score, it was misleading because they were in that thing in the third quarter, and then they just don't have the talent. You know what I mean? So, but yes, so I think that one was kind of one of those like, like that can get you because they're still kids, as you know, at the end of the day. They're going up to a place like, a team is 1-8. We should roll these guys. And then you find yourself in a dogfight.
Not a rock fight, different kind of fight.
Dogfight, yeah.
Dogfight,
but they got to play
He's a dog.
But here's the thing with Georgia Tech, right? In front of USC at the moment. They have your Pitt Panthers, who were embarrassed this past week against Notre Dame.
True.
And so that's a good bounce-back spot for Pitt, I think. And I think Georgia Tech is on upset alert there, potentially. Okay? And then they got to play Georgia at the end. So now, if they play Georgia close, that actually will help them. They did last year. Remember, they had that 8 overtime game, those two last year on Black Friday. So we'll see this year, though, because Georgia Tech's defense, nowhere near as good as they were last year when they played Georgia. So that's one team you have to root against. So basically, if you're a USC fan when it comes to Georgia Tech, you are Pitt fans, okay?
Like to hear that.
This week, and then eventually you're Georgia fans, okay? Miami, we've already discussed. You want Miami to drop one of their last two games against Virginia Tech, at Pitt. A warm weather team going to cold weather places is never an easy thing, as you know, Cap.
Yeah, I would say for Miami, again, if you're a USC fan, you've already brought up Georgia Tech is an important school to be following. They're playing against my Pitt Panthers this upcoming weekend. Miami should have no problem rolling over Virginia Tech this weekend. And so then if Pitt were to win and Pitt-Miami play the following week, I mean, that becomes a much bigger game for USC. By the way, all of this is assuming that USC can go to Oregon this Saturday and take care of business.
That's the obvious. Yes, The obvious is they got to win out. But then you've got Utah ahead of you. Now, Utah's interesting. They do not have big-time opponents left. They have Kansas State and Kansas, who are both mediocre this year, although both with quarterbacks that can pop you, okay, in any given moment. So while I won't say gimme games, they have a fairly easy schedule down the stretch in the sense that they're not juggernaut opponents. They destroyed Baylor. They destroyed Cincinnati. They are playing much better after their tight loss to BYU earlier this year. They do not have a signature win, though, okay? They do not have that at the moment. I guess their signature win would be Cincinnati.
But that's not –
but not a signature win, right? They lose to BYU. They lose to Texas Tech, who are the two best teams in the Big 12.
And Cincinnati was ranked at the time, but they annihilated Cincinnati.
Yeah.
They did – you bring up this BYU rivalry game. They lost by a field goal. They lost to Texas Tech. I mean, earlier in the season, I remember the first game of the year where Utah came to town and beat up on UCLA.
Right.
And, yes, UCLA has had a little bit of recovery along the way, but that's still not a signature win. Teams again, Wyoming, West Virginia, Arizona State. I mean, Utah has annihilated everybody that they've played other than the two games that they lost, which was Texas Tech and BYU.
Right. So then after that, on top of Utah, you have Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt has a couple of rivalry games coming up. They've got Kentucky, who is not good this year. But again, it's the SEC. You never know. And then their last week, they're playing Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're Tennessee, you cannot lose to Vandy.
Oh, man,
okay?
No way.
Like, I don't care how good Vandy is, you lose that game, and all of a sudden, people in Knoxville are freaking the bleep out.
Well, Vanderbilt is the smart guy school in Nashville. And, yeah, it's a nice school, and they play in a great conference, but they're a bottom feeder or traditionally a bottom feeder in their conference.
Correct.
And Tennessee is the 100,000-seat stadium, and everybody knows the orange and white checkerboards. And
yeah.
I mean, Tennessee is a brand. Vanderbilt is a brainiac school. Vanderbilt is comparable to Northwestern or Duke, you know?
Yeah. So you're rooting against Vandy there. You're rooting for Kentucky if you're USC, you're a USC fan, and Tennessee. Real quick, pause on this. College Game Day is heading to Eugene for Oregon USC.
That's right.
Just announced.
Oh, really? I thought that was announced yesterday. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Not just announced, but I just popped on my screen is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So then we've got BYU. Now, the BYU thing gets tricky a little, Cappy, because BYU only has one loss.
Mm-hmm. To Texas Tech, who's one of the top teams in the country.
Who is awesome.
Yeah,
they're really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
They have Cincinnati and UCF, easy games in theory, although Cincinnati does have a very good quarterback in Sorsby. So it's not a game they can't drop.
No, it's a home game for Cincinnati.
Right. So I do think that, that is a potential loss there. So I don't think they're losing to UCF at home. But Cincinnati is who you're rooting for there. If you're USC this weekend, you are looking at Cincinnati and you're like, we need them to beat BYU to give them the second loss. And that, again, brings them back into the pack. All right? Alabama, you better be a Tiger fan because this week they're playing Eastern Illinois. But I'm talking about the Auburn Tigers in that last game, the rivalry game. Auburn, not good this year. They've already let go of their coach. But, again, we've seen crazy stuff happen in rivalry games. So I do think that you have to be an Auburn Tiger fan that weekend because if Alabama loses to Auburn, that's a bad loss, okay? Because they have, at the moment, already one bad loss to Florida State. They got a second one, they're out.
Oh yeah, there's no chance for Alabama with with 3 losses. There's no chance.
Well,
Alabama's
3 losses and 2 of them being to teams that are hovering around 500 or worse.
All right, so let me see if we can recap this for a second. You ready?
So those are the teams ahead of them that they desperately need to start losing games if possible.
All right, let's go in order though, real quickly, because you've given us a lot of information and a lot to think about. We were going back and forth, you and me, about the different teams, who's playing who, where, and when. Okay, started off with this. USC at Oregon this Saturday, and you mentioned that College Game Day will be there, George. So that means that what ESPN has decided, and College Game Day, which is the signature show of Saturday morning pregames, that this is the biggest place to be. This is the biggest, most important game of the entire weekend.
Correct.
Oregon hosting USC, 2 traditional Pac-12 rivals that have moved now to the Big Ten, and both are trying to position themselves for a real playoff run. If Oregon wins, they're going to have a very clear path in. If USC wins, Oregon is going to be out in all likelihood, and USC now has what looks like a direct path in.
Correct.
So
not direct, but a much better path in.
So start with, you got to root for USC first and foremost.
Clearly.
To take care of their business at Oregon. That's number one. Then, if you can, because people are probably writing notes right now. Wait, so what do I have to do? You have to root for USC.
Let's just start with
Oregon.
this weekend. Let's just start with this week.
Go ahead.
Okay? You're rooting for Pitt. Okay?
Hey, you know what? It's about time everybody gets on my Pitt Panther bandwagon. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. You're rooting for Pitt this weekend. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're rooting for Kansas State against Utah.
Okay.
Okay?
Pitt over Georgia Tech. Utah to lose.
You're rooting for Virginia Tech against Miami.
Okay, that's not going to happen.
You're rooting for Kentucky against Vanderbilt.
Okay, maybe.
Probably not.
Yeah, but not very good.
And you're also rooting for Cincinnati against BYU.
Okay, that's this week.
Yes, and then yes, that's this week.
Okay, and then if USC wins, let's say USC beats Oregon, right?
Then you have to root, like I mentioned, Tennessee, right, against Vandy.
Mm-hmm.
You're rooting for
Pitt against Miami.
Georgia against Georgia Tech, right?
Yep.
Pitt against Miami, right? So you're a Pitt fan 2 weeks in a row.
Hey, I like that. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah. Kansas against Utah, and then and Auburn with Alabama.
Right.
You're rooting for those for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the interesting part.
Tell me.
Oklahoma has 2 games that are not gimmies on the way out, too. Now, they have just beaten Alabama, but they have 2 losses. And they've got Missouri, who's getting their quarterback back, who is hurt, okay? And he's good. And LSU, who's had a tough season, let go of Brian Kelly, but they're still talented,
yes,
right?
Of course.
So, there's no doubt. So, like, Oklahoma could factor in this thing as well. So, I would just keep an eye on them as one more team to look out for.
And that was a great win this weekend, by the way, for Oklahoma. For those of you guys that are like seriously into college football and you were watching later in the day on Saturday, the win over Alabama was a great win. They'd beaten Tennessee again on the road the week before. And this is an Oklahoma team that had lost to Ole Miss and had lost to Texas when Texas was not ranked. They're having one of those kinds of years where, man, they got some good wins at Alabama, at Tennessee, but then you got some rough losses, Ole Miss and Texas. And the Texas game, was when Texas was, most people were like, oh, come on, they're not very good.
Yeah, and I think Texas is going to be on the outside looking in at this point.
Yeah.
I guess if they beat Texas A&M in the last week, that could change things. I don't believe that will be the case. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I feel like Texas and Notre Dame have gotten more benefit of the doubt than most teams get going into this thing.
Hey, you mentioned Texas A&M. So Texas A&M had that crazy comeback this weekend, right?
Oh, I watched
Against
every
South
second of
Carolina?
it. It was insane. Well, because I had 2 TVs. I had one TV in the living room in the hotel and one TV in the bedroom. I had one TV in the bedroom on Pitt and then the living room on that game. And then once I saw that at halftime things started to really get out of hand against Notre Dame, I flipped over strictly to that crazy comeback victory by Texas A&M.
So South Carolina led Texas A&M at half. I want to say the score was like 30-3, right?
Yes.
And Texas A&M wins the game 31-30. But one of the craziest parts about that game, and I know it's gone viral, is the kid from South Carolina scores this beautiful touchdown, man. Makes this catch over the middle of the field, jukes a bunch of dudes, and goes. It was like an 80-yard touchdown, right?
Yeah.
And as the kid scores the touchdown, he runs through the end zone, and he's kind of like running up the tunnel, and you can see that he's grabbing his hamstring like as if he hurt himself, right?
Right.
So the kid, he's gone now. We can't see him. Now he turns around, and now he's coming back out of the tunnel, and he's walking with some of his South Carolina teammates that had gone to make sure he was okay. And there's this state trooper.
A cop who pushes the 2 guys.
And the trooper is like walking towards, like imagine 3
He's coming out of
players.
the tunnel.
Right. The 3 football players are coming out of the tunnel. The state trooper is walking
Going
into the
in.
tunnel.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. I think everybody who's an adult can probably figure this out. Why the hell are there cops all over the field during these games? They are there to make sure that nothing happens, that people don't rush the field or that, whatever the case may be, right? This cop is walking towards these players. This kid just scored a touchdown, and the cop he throws a shoulder.
No, he throws an elbow at the one kid on the left and then shoulders the kid who scored the touchdown, Harbor.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
turns around and points at them and starts yelling at them.
Like, get your asses back out on the field. Like, we don't need you guys down here showboating. It's like, bro, listen, I get it. It's a home game for Texas A&M, and I get that you're a Texas state trooper, and I see that South Carolina is eating you guys for lunch, at least at this point of the game. But mind your own freaking business. Your job is to protect these kids should, God forbid, anything happen, and instead you're instigating with the opposing team?
They suspended him.
Immediately.
Yeah,
they should fire him.
They should.
And listen, this is what this will get me off into a whole different political rant, but suffice it to say, your job is to take care of these kids, to protect these kids, and you're instigating with these kids. Yeah. That was an embarrassment.
I agree 100%.
Guy should be ashamed of himself.
I agree.
Oh, and by the way, here's another quick note of something else you mentioned. You mentioned that you were watching the Pitt Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
I said to you on Friday, and I will have to retract my statement. I said to you on Friday that I really hope that this college game day experience for my Pitt Panthers who are hosting Notre Dame, I hope this doesn't turn into a whole big thing about Pat McAfee because Pat McAfee is going home. Well, let me tell you something. It turns out I was wrong. Pat McAfee going home with college game day and his passion for the city of Pittsburgh, you would not have had, I don't know how you felt. Did you watch game day on Saturday?
I did. I thought it was great.
You would not have had that passionate experience if it wasn't for McAfee being a local and being from there and understanding
how about him and Aaron
history.
Donald getting into it at the end in like a fun way where Aaron Donald pushed him off the chair?
It was awesome because McAfee's hyping Pittsburgh so much, but in the end he's got to pick Pitt or Notre Dame.
He goes foil on
Well,
him.
he has to because he's a West Virginia Mountaineer.
Yeah.
So he can't keep hyping up the city of Pittsburgh the way he was and then not pick against Pitt. But then Aaron Donald ripping off his shirt and Aaron Donald pulling McAfee down, that was awesome. I'll tell you, George, for me, as I'm watching this whole thing play out on Saturday, the amount of pride that I felt that my football team and my football program was finally back to being like nationally really relevant. And then, of course, they went out and did what we all did, which was we got our asses handed to us. Yeah. But still, it was such an awesome event, and I thought that ESPN did such a great job. And again, for me, who I was thinking that McAfee, this will all turn into a whole big thing about McAfee. If it wasn't for McAfee, we would not have felt the passion that he brought to the show. So great job, Pat.
All right, Cappy, real quick, before we switch gears, because I want to talk about the NFL here. I told you the LA Times has this list of the top 21 gyms, okay?
Top 21
gyms in LA, okay? All right, if you want to start feeling stronger, okay?
Is the East Central in there?
No, it's not.
The East Central's gym did not make it?
No, it did not.
Too
So
bad.
strong is the new sexy, it says here in the lead, okay? You ready? So I'm going to give you the. Can I get like some music? Any music? It doesn't really matter.
Stand by. Stand by.
Stand by for
something
gym
high
music.
energy.
Stand by for gym music.
Yeah, high energy music.
Music you would listen to while working out.
Correct. Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, that's
No,
it.
not that.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Probably.
Oh, there you go. There's no easy
my.
way out. That'll work for me.
Okay.
So they're not in any particular order, Cappy. So I'm going to go through them quickly. Okay.
Right. Go ahead.
South Bay Strength and Company in Harbor City. I know the gym very well. Not too far from where I live.
Don't know.
Dave Fisher's Powerhouse Gym in Torrance. I also know this one. Also in my neck of the woods.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
You ever been in there? You ever do any powerhouse?
I have not been in the Powerhouse Gym. No.
I'm with you, Dave.
I've driven past it. I've seen it.
Okay.
But it is old school, baby.
All
okay.
right. They got chalk in there. They got wrist wraps. They got weight belts.
All those guys, and I mean old school in a good way.
You want to go wrist wraps today?
Oh, let's go wrist wraps.
Let's go
and
wrist
let's do something like heavy straight bar deadlift. Reverse grip and everything.
Yeah. So the first one in the South Bay was South Bay Strength Co. Okay. Which was basically built by a couple of competitive power lifters who started that gym. And then I mentioned Dave Fisher's Powerhouse Gym in Torrance.
Shout
old
out to
school,
Dave.
baby. Old school. Vintage magazine covers everywhere, etc. All that.
Okay.
Then we go to Sherman Oaks. We go up to the valley,
All
Cappy.
right. Yeah.
This
My
one
hood.
called Power Girls.
Power Girls.
PWRGRLS.
Do you know it, Bernie?
I don't know
You
Power
don't know
Girls,
Power
but I should
Girls?
go check it out.
You should go check out Power Girls.
Get yourself
It's
some
right
wrist
down the
wraps
street.
and go in there.
I'm surprised Mean Gene isn't in there.
Does it give you the cross streaks?
It does not. I mean,
That's too bad.
Then by
I
Power
can
Girls.
figure it out here if you
Power
need-
Girls.
Power Girls.
Then I'd have to
Girls.
like zoom in. Hold on.
Power
Hold on.
Girls in the valley.
Sherman
wanna
Oaks.
go.
It's right off Ventura Boulevard and the 405.
Oh, okay. You
The
guys know where that is.
405. Okay,
Ventura.
No, I
Yeah,
actually
right.
put Powerpuff Girls.
No.
So listen, the Power Girls, it says strength training meets Barbie's dream house in the best possible way. An all-women's gym housed in a spacious, light-filled studio in Sherman Oaks. You even can bring your kids to the gym.
wow.
If you'd
Well,
like.
now I'm out.
We all used to work there.
Looks
We
like
used
it's
to
next to the Whole Foods,
work
so
right
it's
in that neighborhood.
I know
it's
exactly.
Ventura and Sepulveda.
Yeah.
It's right near our old stomping ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right down from the old place. Yeah.
There's no easy way out.
The next one, the Well Rock in Altadena. Okay.
Okay.
Jesse and Sarah Holgan saw their gym on the news during the Canyon fires, the Eaton Canyon fires, excuse me. The fire claimed most of the shops on North Lake Avenue. It even claimed their home. But miraculously enough, Cappy, the Well Rock was saved. It did not burn down during the Eaton fires.
Hey, that's good news.
So still there.
Okay. Still get my
and
workout in.
Still have a ton of displaced clients who come there daily for their neighborhood workout. Okay.
All right.
Then we go out to Silver Lake. Okay. So a little further south now. Indigo Fitness. Okay. It'd be easy to miss it. It's tucked into Silver Lake in a strip mall, sandwiched between a liquor store and a dry cleaner. But the boutique fitness studio packs a punch, as they say, quite literally, with trainers specializing in boxing and martial arts.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we go up to Burbank. Okay. The Strength Code. For 13 years, the Strength Code, which rebranded in 2019, has specialized in high-intensity, low-impact form of resistance training called Super Slow Method, which consists of lifting and lowering heavy weights on a machine at slow and prolonged pace.
You know who else is good at the super slow method?
Who that?
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Next, we go to Echo Park, so a little further south. Pharaoh's Athletic Club, founded in 2017 by a husband and wife duo, Emily and Peter. Pharaoh's Athletic Club has made a name for itself as a premier multi-purpose community gym. 7,000 square feet main room, Cappy.
Should I walk into Pharaoh's gym and tell them to let my people go?
It's so corny, but it was so good.
Come on, Pharaoh.
All right, Cappy.
I'll
Now
bring
we're heading
some plagues to you,
we're
Val.
We're heading south of the 91. We're coming back down south. Babes of Wellness in Compton. Okay.
Babes of Wellness, huh?
Yeah, Babes of Wellness in Compton. If it weren't for the pumping reggaeton and house music playing over the sound system, you might forget that you signed up for a sweat-inducing workout class rather than a relaxing massage when you step inside Babes of Wellness, okay? So you can get a lot of different things. You can get your gym. You get a little massage action. They got high-intensity workouts in there for Babes of Wellness in Compton, okay? Next, we are going way west now to Deuce's Garage in Venice. All right.
You know what happens at Deuces, don't you?
Cappy would jump in there easily.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
doubt.
put it right in your mouth.
Yo,
Deuce.
is this my place? This is my spot. Deuces.
It used to be an auto body garage on Lincoln Boulevard. Deuce's Garage in Venice has become an iconic training experience. The gym sprawls across Twin indoor spaces dubbed North and South Campus. Vast outdoor weightlifting playground as well at Deuces.
We should go to Deuces and just have me out there weightlifting shirtless and just see what people think.
That'd be fantastic. You know where I'll be if I'm at Deuces.
All right, let's just go north on the 5 here, all right, up to Atwater Village, okay? LM Fitness, not LNM. Launched in 2024, so just a year ago already on this list. LM Fitness Center is a semi-private training program with group fitness classes from old school neighborhood gym action, Cappy, to prioritizing building everyday strength in an accommodating, go-at-your-own-pace environment. They have classes as well, which are capped at 8. Only 8 people per class, taught each and every weekday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you want good instruction, small classes, LM is your spot in Atwater Village. Now, this one, Cappy, is your kind of spot. Okay? Glutology. All right?
Glutology sounds like someplace I want to be.
In Glendale. Okay?
Yeah. I'm all about them glutes.
Here's what the owner says. If you walk into my gym, you'll see 50 different glute machines. Okay? The owner of Glutology tells us new lifting gym for the girls only, that opened in 2024. No other gym in LA has this many glute machines.
Oh, so not for you after all, Cappy.
Well, I mean, I could just stand outside and observe. You know what I mean? Hey, great glutes. You know?
The bumpies.
You get in there and get that glute work done, huh, girl?
A hot Chicana from the barrio, keeping it real.
Amen.
Cappy, now we're going to the middle of the city, or a little more mid-city area. The Phoenix Effect in Fairfax. Strength training or lift classes at the Phoenix Effect take inspiration from professional athletic team programs. So you get a lot of former athletes that have been in and out of there, and they build their programs based on that. So you get a lot of those monster truck wheel tosses and that kind of crazy fun stuff. They do that there at the Phoenix Effect in Fairfax.
Plus you'll get some Hebraic Hainas in there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. And I'm all about that functional training.
Yeah. All right, now let's head a little further west, closer to the 405, just east of the 405. We've got Six Packs Gym, as in PAX Gym, in Culver City. You can have results or excuses, not both, is the quote written up there by Arnold Schwarzenegger when you walk into the gym. Tons of banners all over the place. A fitting motto for the owner, Sivash Fashi, an Iranian refugee who turned the Culver City auto shop into a garage-style training haven. He grew up as a bodybuilder, and he wanted to make sure that people get this real deal feel with no frills. Like this is like your hardcore kind of gym. Okay. Then we move back up to Silver Lake, Cappy, Rodeo Athletic Club. You train smarter, get stronger, stay independent. That's their motto at Rodeo Athletic Club. So get out there to Silver Lake. Hour-long strong classes is what they call it. They are offered 4 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 1 time over the weekend. Next, out west, Cappy, Santa Monica, the Lift Society. Okay?
All right.
A female-owned gym that's grown to 4 locations across the Southland here in Los Angeles strikes a balance between personal training and group fitness. Next, we've got, go up to Pasadena right off the 210, Rose City Barbell, Cappy. Seasoned fitness coaches, Mary Polino and Lizzie Picardi, they met at their local powerlifting gym, and these ladies are making friends here by sparking the powerlifting going on in their Pasadena gym. Now, we go down, got a couple more here, Iron Addicts Gym. Cappy, you're an Iron Addict?
I mean, I like the picture of the Incredible Hulk on the wall. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, so there you go. Their motto says, it's still mother bleeping set, okay? If you've ever stumbled across one of these legendary C.T. Fletcher YouTube rants, you've heard this shout before. And at Iron Addicts in Long Beach, it's practically their mission statement. So it, again, old school, lots of bodybuilding. You're a bodybuilder type. That's your spot, Iron Addicts in Long Beach. We got a couple more here. Sealy Strength in Monrovia. So out east there, off the 210, launched in 2019. Sealy Strength doesn't necessarily advertise itself as a women's gym, but when the LA Times arrived for a Phoenix Strength class, it was mostly women that they encountered, plus a baby in a stroller. So kid-friendly there at Sealy Strength. And then I believe we've got 1, 2, 3 more. PRVL Fitness in Encino. Shouts out to them. Circuit training meets club vibes there. So if you like the techno vibes, Cappy, that's your spot. They're lifting weights while they're doing classes as well. Movement Society right here, Cappy, down the street, downtown LA. Movement Society CEO Stephen Ferris says there are more than 10 gyms within a 1 mile radius of one another in the Arts District. But his gym sticks out based on the way they like to use their body movement, hence Movement Society being in the name. Opened in 2022, one of the few boutique gyms in downtown LA. Mission Fitness in Alhambra as well. Enormous Warehouse, former vending machine supplier turned gym owner. It's a family-owned place for powerlifters, athletes, and bodybuilders. Although they do open their doors to teenagers and seniors who still want to bulk up. And that's our last one, Mission Fitness Center in Alhambra.
I wonder if our old friend Tom Looney goes over, because Alhambra's not that far from him. He lives in HP Huntington Park.
I have a quick question, just from a timing
He could
perspective.
bench press you, me, and Sedano all at once.
All three of us.
All
huh?
together.
Let's see, if we combined our weights.
You're looking at...
you're looking at
about 600 pounds.
600, yeah.
No, more than that.
Yeah,
700
more.
pounds.
Yeah, you think he can bench 700?
If Bergie was squeezing his legs together, maybe.
I have a question for you. What's longer, the Cap 10 or George telling us about 21 different gyms around?
Hey,
LA?
I did 21 gyms in 13 minutes.
Yeah, because we went through 3 Rocky songs, and those are each about 4 minutes.
Okay. You guys are a bunch of gutless bums. You know that?
So you're mad because we give you a hard time about the Cap 10?
No. I'm mad because you guys are gutless.
No.
Because now
this
I
is
love you guys.
the
I have
YouTube
one thing
hour.
to say.
The idea of the YouTube hour is supposed to be at times to be as hyper local as possible. Nothing better than telling people where they can get their pump on, Cappy.
Yeah. And the Cap 10, by the way, always we'll do it tomorrow, presented by.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
Was that 21 gyms brought to you by Dr. Sarudi?
If we want to be.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
Plus, the NFL bet is like 23 minutes.
Yeah, so we don't burn through
pretty
that
good.
usually.
Yeah.
We came close last week because we got to the.
Let me tell you something.
We got to the horn section at the end.
That was like less than 90 seconds a gym, and that was also including you in the conversation, talking about glutes and glutology, and you telling people nice glutes on the way out. I mean, come on.
I'll
Stand
tell
in the window and watch.
The one place, that actually did sound pretty interesting to me is the place here in downtown LA called Movement Society, because my F45 membership, George, is coming to an end here.
Oh.
Because I just can't find classes that work for my timing.
Yeah.
So I had to cancel my F45 membership.
You canceled it? I thought you and Bergie are going to do this thing.
Well, I'm going to go today, in all likelihood.
What time?
Like 4:30.
Wait a minute. Whoa. We just talked about a plan.
I know, but that's your plan.
So when I talked about a plan,
Yeah.
why didn't you respond? Actually, I said, do you have anything? And you said, no, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I haven't made up my mind 100%, but I feel like F45 would be great. But otherwise, this place, Movement Society, sounds like a good spot for me.
Give it a shot, Cappy.
Maybe I will.
Tell them, hey, I saw your thing in the LA Times.
I'll say, hey,
You
I
are
heard
a
about
bad
you on the
guy.
radio.
You're a bad guy.
No, I like the idea of an outdoor walk today. 4 or 5 mile outdoor walk sounds
And then
nice.
I want to do incline.
Okay,
And then we can lift a little bit. Then, if it doesn't, even if it rains, we can go outside. I like walking in the rain. And people are looking at you like, what's this
Do you like
freak
to sing
doing?
in the rain?
Yeah, I don't mind singing. I don't mind squeezing in the rain either.
Oh, really?
You
All
ever
right,
deuce
where's
in-
DeAndre?
Yeah,
Is
hold on.
DeAndre
You ever
around?
deuce in the rain outside?
Outside?
Yeah. Don't play that, man.
Listen, Cappy, you should go work out at one of these gyms with DeAndre.
You should. The great DeAndre Hawkins, Young D, producer D from the afternoon show, joins us now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, the Power Hour. Good morning, DeAndre.
Yes. Good morning. Man, do I love hearing that hype song, man. You guys don't know nothing about the Eagles, Cap. You don't know nothing about no F45. You need to come work out with a real one, Cap.
Who's that?
You need to come work out with me, man. No more than F45, man. Come to the gym with me, Cap. I'll put you on some real workout.
You said come to work out with a real one. I want to know who the real one was.
He says they're F45. That's like fad stuff. He's going to give you the real deal.
Nah,
DeAndre.
come on.
Yeah, the real deal, Cap. You know nothing about working out, Cap. Come on now.
I'll tell you what, DeAndre, I'll see your workout, and then you come with me to an F45 workout. Let's see how it goes.
Man, that's nothing. I got you. I'll take you up on that.
Let me tell you something. Yesterday, I was in New Orleans visiting my daughter, and she and I happened upon, didn't know this, but an Uber driver told me, he goes, about a mile down the road, they're having a Po' Boy festival. Now, DeAndre, you know what it's like for a brother like myself to go to a Po' Boy festival and say, I'm not going to eat any of these Po' Boys today. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to have fried shrimp. I'm not going to have all this pulled pork. I'm not doing it. But then there was this dude. He was standing there, and you know what he was wearing, DeAndre? And it made me think of you. And I was going to walk up to him and ask him if I could take a picture with him, but I didn't. He was wearing a T-shirt that said E-L-G-L. Right.
E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagles!
Go Birds.
Let's go
Let's go Birds.
So,
baby.
DeAndre,
Oh,
I hit that brother with a, hey, go Birds, but I didn't walk up to him and take the picture. But he had the T-shirt of the misspelling of the Elgalus.
Cap, man, so no gumbo or anything, man?
I had like a little teeny tiny sample of some gumbo, but I was very well behaved this weekend. I've made a turn in my diet, DeAndre. You'd be proud of me.
No, I hear you.
You would be proud of me.
Now, DeAndre, I brought you up this morning because I was watching the end of that Eagles game. And, look, I get it. The tush push is the thing. But the Lions did a really good job against the tush push yesterday. Yes, thank you. I didn't understand going for it with 2 minutes to go, tush push, after you'd been stuffed multiple times on it, on your own 25-yard line. Like, why aren't you punting there? Like, I literally stood up in my bed. I'm, like, screaming at Nick Sirianni, what are you freaking doing? Like, what kind of moron are you?
The same kind of moron that the week before decided to throw the ball deep on fourth down rather than punt.
Oh, don't remind me of that play, please, though. I was screaming at my TV. This Eagles offense has been horrendous to watch. I don't know what Kevin Patullo, the offensive coordinator, is doing. These play calls are way too simple. There's just nothing. Saquon Barkley was literally running the same running play 3 times in a row, and then to bring up that tush push, don't understand why they went for it right there. I understand in that moment because how the Eagles defense was playing all night long against Jared Goff and a very loaded Lions team, but honestly, in that moment, just punt the ball, man. The defense is playing way too good. Just punt the damn ball, man. I'm sick of just seeing these offensive miscues, and they're lucky the defense hasn't bailing them out these past couple games.
You know, I was surprised last night watching that Lions-Eagles game. And, oh, by the way, George, watched the entire game on my Delta flight. And I had a window seat, and I never got up to even pee because I was like just locked in on this game. I didn't realize this. I probably could have put a little bit of it together, but I didn't realize it like this way. Do you guys know that Jalen Hurts has had a different offensive coordinator every year of his career? And it goes back
way back to Lane Kiffin at Alabama.
Right.
I saw it.
It goes back to Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
And then in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, there was like Bill O'Brien in there at Alabama. Right. Then, basically since 2017, he's had a different coordinator every year.
I want to say that there was even a Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma year in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So think about that, guys. For all the talk about the Eagles and about are they good, are they not good, is Jalen Hurts a top 10 quarterback? I mean, last night, Jalen Hurts, 14 of 28, 135 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions, but like just not spectacular in any way, especially as a passer. That dude has had a different offensive coordinator every single year of his football, not NFL, football career, dating back to when he's at Alabama, then Oklahoma, and then all these years with the Eagles. This guy's never had the same offensive coordinator for 2 straight years. That is wild to me.
And you want to know what the beauty of that is that he's finding ways to win. I understand last night wasn't his complete game. He was overthrowing A.J. Brown a lot. The receivers were dropping passes. Devontae Smith dropped a couple. Saquon Barkley dropped a couple. But the Eagles are just finding ways to win, and that's why. And don't play the song. I'm not trying to get beat up by DeMarco, but that's why they're the best team in the NFC right now, man. They're number one seed for a reason, man. That's all I got to say. Hey, I don't want DeMarco beating me up. I hope
I'm going to blame you for it. I'm going to send them the tape.
Hey, don't play that song, man. I told you before the show, don't play this song. It's going to roll downhill.
He warned me, man. He warned me.
He played it off his phone.
Hey, I'm telling you, don't play that song, man. Hey, DeAndre, you can tell me that the Eagles are the number one seed in the NFC, and that may be true. Statistically, they may be the number one seed because they did beat the Rams. But I'm telling you right now, the Rams are better. And I grant you, I hate when teams do this. Like, I hate when teams lose a playoff series and they go, well, the best team didn't win. I'm telling you right now, the Rams are the better team. The Eagles were better on that day. They blocked 2 field goals. The Rams have addressed their kicking problems. But I'm here to tell you that from a complete team standpoint, the Rams are the better team than the Eagles right now. We will have to see what happens if and when they go head-to-head again, because advantage Eagles, they won last year in the playoffs. They won this year in the regular season. The Rams are the better team right now.
See, the thing is, if the playoffs were to start right now, the Rams will have to come to Lincoln Financial once again. And who knows what those weather conditions are going to be like. So that's most likely going to be favor for the Eagles. But when the Eagles first played the Rams this year, the Eagles' defense was nearly not as good as how they are now. The acquisition that they made by going out and getting Jalen Phillips, he has made a tremendous difference to this Eagles team. And you add Nakobe Dean, number 17 is what George Sedano is referencing to as far as he was getting a lot of pressure on Jared Goff. Nakobe Dean, he was hurt last year. He didn't play in the Super Bowl. He is back, and you just see a whole complete different team on the defensive side of the field. Now, on the other end, if this Eagle offense continues to play like this, then they're in for a rude awakening come playoff time.
I mean, yeah, you say that, and I look at the Eagles and I see them just barely get by Green Bay in a very low-scoring game. I see them last night. They were kind of fortunate against Detroit because there was that pass interference call at the end that really impacted the game.
Stop, man. Here we go with that.
What?
Look, everyone.
Well, that was not a
pass
pass interference. That was not.
It was not pass interference, but everyone wants to bring up that one call. No one wants to talk about the neutral zone infraction that the defensive lineman did for the Detroit Lions. No one wants to talk about no one wants to talk about A.J. Brown falling on his route and the refs calling a low block. Like, come on, man. What are we doing right now?
No, those are fair calls. Those are completely fair calls. That A.J. Brown thing was ridiculous. And the neutral zone infraction, which actually got called as an illegal procedure penalty against Philadelphia, was also a very interesting call because the defensive lineman did have his hand in the neutral zone, and the offensive lineman from the Eagles did touch his hand. I assume that he thought that by touching his hand, he would actually have initiated the play and that they would have called a neutral zone infraction. So, yes, there were some penalties that didn't go Philadelphia's way, and then there was a penalty at the end of the game that did go Philadelphia's way. But at that moment of the game, if that's not a pass interference penalty, the game goes on, and that penalty really essentially ended the game. Can we agree on that?
Oh, for sure. For sure. We were definitely robbed of what could have been a great finish. I mean, the way the game was going, it wasn't high scoring at all. Both teams' defenses were playing really, really well. So, for sure, robbed from a great finish. So, I definitely agree on that one.
I'm going to maintain my position until I'm proven otherwise. And, look, I got it. Philadelphia beat the Rams last year in Philadelphia in the playoffs. The Eagles beat the Rams this year in the regular season, blocked 2 field goals. I'm not going to say that the Rams should have won last year in the playoffs. I will say that the Rams should have won this year in the regular season. But I'm going to tell you right now, as this is a week-to-week league and we find out who's good after each week, the Rams are the better team than the Eagles right now.
Well, I'll say this, DeAndre. I don't agree with Cappy. You got to be the man, you got to beat the man. And I made the reference when the Rams lost to Philly. It's like the Avengers having to go up against Thanos multiple times, and Thanos beat them a couple times, but eventually the Avengers won. So I'm rooting for the Avengers here. But the Eagles are definitely the best team in football right now.
Yeah, they got the Infinity Stones, man. You see what Howie Roseman is doing? He just keeps on getting different players.
I mean, the Jalen Phillips addition for nothing, basically.
I will encourage you. I will encourage you for this, DeAndre.
By the way, as you know, Cappy has no idea what we're talking about.
Of course, I have every
seen it.
idea. Why would I have no idea what you're talking about?
Avengers, man.
Cappy don't know nothing about no Avengers, DeAndre.
When it comes to football, I knew everything you were talking about. When it came to Avengers, I was glad you giggled, DeAndre, because I don't know anything about Thanos.
He even added the Infinity Stones, Cappy. You don't know nothing about no Infinity Stones.
Oh, wait, isn't that from Harry Potter?
No, bro.
What, Infinity Stones? Isn't that what Harry Potter did?
No.
No? Oh, well, let me tell you something, DeAndre. If you think the Eagles are the best team in football, if you think they're the number one team in the NFC, I would encourage you to do this. Tune in tomorrow to the Cap 10 to find out where the Eagles land.
No.
That's right. That's
what
right.
a tease.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
By the way, DeAndre, you know who the Cap 10's brought to you by?
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
Yeah, Dr. Sarudi.
Oh, wow.
Did
What
you
a
know
great
that?
drop.
Do you need some LASIK, DeAndre?
Oh.
Do you need LASIK surgery?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, but Cerruti will put his hands all over you if
Just
you
listen to
want.
this guy.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
Just listening to Dr. Zarudi's voice, it's like, please give me LASIK. You don't need it. I want it.
Yeah, it encourages me, but I'm good.
I may need it nowadays. Seriously, I may need it. I didn't think I needed
DeAndre,
it.
I've had to school these fools without about USC being pretty good this year. Everybody was doubting me. Morales was freaking out after they lost to Illinois. They're right in the thick of this thing. Okay, USC football is alive and well right now.
But I've always said they got to beat Oregon, which is Saturday.
No, but every week you keep saying, "Oh, they're gonna lose. They're not gonna win. They stink."
It was a rock fight. I told you it would be a rock fight.
Rock fight, dog fight.
I will say Morales came in. I asked him, like, all right, so how do you feel about this game going up against Iowa? He's like, oh, I'm not ready for this, man. Iowa's going to come in and this and that. I'm like, wow. Like, you're not going to have any faith for USC against Iowa this weekend? They got to come to the Coliseum, man.
You know what it is, DeAndre? They don't know ball, man.
Yeah, he don't know nothing about no ball. And he's influenced by Keyshawn. Yeah, he's influenced by Keyshawn.
And
Keyshawn,
Sua.
I think Keyshawn wants Lincoln Riley out. You know what I mean?
I don't think Sua's that far off either.
No, you don't think so, huh?
Nah, I think.
Yeah, these USC guys, they always like, oh man, they're always ripping everybody, and then but as soon as USC finds themselves in the playoff, they'll all be wearing that jacket. Okay?
Or next week they'll all be at this time next week they'll all be like, I knew they suck, man. They went to Oregon. They just got
right. If they
blown out.
lose to Oregon, right? It's I knew they sucked.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I would like to say that Trevor Lawrence did play this past Sunday against the Chargers.
Oh, thank
yes,
you,
he
DeAndre.
did.
I
It
did
wasn't
want to
Davis
put
Mills.
that out there.
Right.
It wasn't
Right.
Davis
Not
Mills
Davis
or
Mills.
Nick
I
Mullins.
like to
Right.
say-
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
DeAndre,
it was Trevor Lawrence.
it was a good thing that Trevor Lawrence did play because this has not gotten nearly the shine on today's show that it deserves.
Well, tomorrow it can.
No, it's okay. Look,
Well, tomorrow's a Raider day too.
I just want to say this. The Rams should always be number one around here, and the Chargers should be way, way, way back. But Justin Herbert, Mr. the best quarterback in football, oh, look how great he is, 10 of 18 for 81 yards and an interception, couple of sacks, was beaten up all day long. Justin Herbert and the Chargers, for all the talk, look how awesome they are. 3-0, division wins. They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're not awesome. And by the way, we can all sit here and blame injuries, but ask San Francisco to blame injuries. Ask Tampa Bay to blame injuries. For whatever reason, this Charger team...
They have the similar record to all those teams you just mentioned.
I'm just here to tell you, they will fall apart down the stretch.
Cappy, once they lost their entire offensive line, I don't think anyone here reasonably thought they were going to the Super Bowl at that point.
No, they weren't, and they're not. And I just loved Jacksonville yesterday, not just winning, annihilating the Chargers. Remember, the Chargers.
I mean,
went
you
to
were
Jacksonville.
so confident in Jacksonville that you assigned it your one.
Well,
this week.
I really did. I wasn't confident at all because Jacksonville had been playing some really poor football.
Right.
But,
DeAndre, you know who made Jacksonville their 5 this week?
Who did?
You already know. You already know.
And you know why? You know why? Because Bergie screwed
the
the whole
ball
thing up.
knower over here.
Because Bergie screwed the whole thing up. That's why. I blame Bergie.
I'm always going to do my own research.
Hey, by the way,
now.
George, didn't it feel good to be rooting against the Chargers? Like,
No,
for me, it's a very nice feeling.
It didn't feel good. It just felt like I needed to make the right decision to try to win this contest over the next 7 weeks.
Well, you certainly did yesterday. You took a big step forward. The rest of us
Now I need the Cowboys to make sure to take care of the Raiders' sorry ass. DeAndre, speaking of which, you and I thought they were a 7-win team. You thought they were a 6-win team. They may not even get to 6-win, these Raiders.
And they may not even get to 3 wins.
The Raiders are a disaster. They're a disaster, man. I can't even sit there and watch like 5 minutes of them playing, man. It's a disaster over there in Las Vegas, honestly.
I love this. We should do Mondays in the YouTube Hour with D. Mondays with D.
You know, I do miss you, DeAndre. And the thing is that you think you're a basketball knower and a guy who understands the game. You don't know nothing about basketball either. I mean, me on the other hand, I travel with the Lakers now.
Oh, that's right. Cappy, we didn't even get a chance. Cappy, tell DeAndre about your trip to New Orleans.
DeAndre, I went to see the Lakers on Friday night. And do you know that I called in a favor to Mike Trudell?
He hate Kingdom.
I said, Mike, I need tickets to go see the Lakers and the Pelicans. And Mike very, very generously got me tickets to the game. And then when I spent some time with Mike at the game, we looked around and the building was half empty. And he was like, well, you kind of called in a favor asking for tickets when you could have bought tickets for $2 in the upper deck. Like, no joke. Can you imagine a Laker game and you could pay $2 to get into an NBA basketball game? Think about that.
I mean, the Pelicans are not a good team. There's a reason why no one's going to the arena. They're 2-10 for a reason. They just fired their head coach. Zion Williamson just cannot stay healthy. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with him, but yeah, there's no shocker that the arena is not sold out, especially when the Lakers come into town.
I got into a full-blown argument with the chef yesterday at a very famous eatery in New Orleans called the Camellia Grill. And if you've ever been down to New Orleans, it's a famous spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk in there, and there are these young kids sitting right next to me, and they're all wearing Steph Curry jerseys. And the chef goes, man, you guys are going to come in here and wear these Steph Curry jerseys? Because it's like a seated, like a bar, and the chef is cooking right there. And he goes, man, I can't believe you guys aren't wearing Zion jerseys. And, of course, I have to poke my nose into this conversation at that point. I'm like, Zion? Chef, please. Zion. I'm like, are you kidding me, Zion? I'm like, Zion don't even play, man. And I was like, man, if you told me that somebody put on, like a cool jersey like Trey Murphy the third.
Oh, look at Cappy. How many threes did Trey Murphy the third hit in that game you saw him play?
Trey Murphy was pretty good. He was, it was the first time. Not only
the first time Cappy ever noticed Trey Murphy the third was Friday.
Not noticed. Didn't know who the brother was. And he was great, man. He had 39. It was 35 points in the game.
Really good.
See, and you talk about wanting the Lakers to go get a guy like Herbert Jones. Herb Jones,
not Herbert. Why are you calling him by his government name?
Because that's what his name is. His name is Herbert, right? And plus, you can play the Herbert sound.
But the Lakers, Herbert. Listen, Trey Murphy. The Lakers can't afford Trey Murphy. They could afford Herb Jones.
I'll tell you right now. Give me those two young brothers right there.
Yeah, but DeAndre, I've been telling people Herb Jones is the prototype. It doesn't have to be Herb Jones, but that's the prototype the Lakers need.
Mm-hmm.
If the Lakers can somehow find a way to get Herb Jones or a guy like Herb Jones, all of a sudden we're talking about something different on the defensive end of the floor, because the Lakers need some help on the defensive end of the floor. I mean, yeah, we can go on and on about that.
Man, you ain't know nothing about no basketball, man. I go travel with the Lakers. I went to New Orleans, bro. I went to New Orleans.
Cappy Lappy. Did you do a Cappy Lappy?
I did not really do a Lappy.
Well, but you did a picture with Trudell.
I did do a picture. And let me tell you about Trudell for a second here. Trudell is such a sweetheart of a guy. George, let me tell you what Trudell did at halftime. Halftime, Trudell goes back to the media room, and then he walks up to the seats.
They have a media room there?
Yeah, they must have.
Of course they do.
And he walks up to the seats, George. We're sitting, 20 rows off the floor. He walks up to the seats. He's got a can of Diet Coke, a can of Dr. Pepper, and a bag of popcorn. And he goes, I just figured you guys might want some sodas and some popcorn.
Michael.
He delivered.
He's a sweetheart, this
like a guy doing concessions at the stand. He delivered sodas and popcorn at halftime.
There you go.
What an angel this Mike Trudell is. Can't say enough about this guy.
Yeah.
And you took a screenshot of his wife on IG once.
I don't remember that exactly.
You did it.
You
admitted
seem to
to
have
it.
Accused me of that.
No, you admitted it.
I
to
don't
him.
remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that admission.
A screenshot?
Yeah, he screenshotted an
Come
IG
on, man.
story.
You know your boy.
Chris says that
man, a screenshot.
Well, Chris says that his wife was wearing like a bathing suit, and Chris says that I screenshotted it and enlarged the picture to look. I don't remember that though.
We do that, but by the way, sometimes when D posts some stuff on his IG, I'll take a screenshot and zoom in.
You will, yeah, really.
Yo, DeAndre, thank you for coming on. Yeah,
of course, man.
As we get closer to this Eagles-Rams thing, maybe we start bringing you on, trash talk a little bit. Because we don't want you getting in trouble on your show.
By the way, D, real quick, today will be the first day that Big D, DeMarco, sits in the A chair with Travis in the B chair.
Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
So you know something could happen. Travis may lose it and throw a chair or something. So be ready. Be on look.
I'll be sure not to play the fight song too.
Play the fight.
I don't want DeMarco.
Hey, I told you about this song, bro.
Hey, DeMarco, it's DeAndre. He told me to play it. He told me to play the fight song for you, DeMarco.
All right, great, DeAndre.
All right, come on.
Man.
Hear him this afternoon, 3 p.m., the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Plus, you can see him on Lakers Talk Daily on our YouTube channel. Gosh, sometimes I wish he was here.
We should have brought him on during when George was telling us about the top 21 gyms.
No, he works out. He can do it at home, man.
Yeah.
He'll be lifting
He's
things.
going to take you to the gym, Cap.
I will do it. Well, I'll go work out with that
He should
young
come
brother.
in when we play Swing the Sausage.
That's when are we playing Swing the Sausage?
Wednesday, I
Is that
think.
Wednesday?
For a wacky Wednesday.
That's right.
All right. You know what?
No,
On that note, I got to go. So,
Hit the
Cappy, tell
dealer's
us about your
choice
dealer's
music.
choice. I got to leave.
Where are you going?
Yeah, where are you going?
I got to leave.
Where you going? Where you got to leave to?
It's Monday.
I'm a leaving.
I got to get to the TV studio.
Oh.
Wait a second. I thought you couldn't come in today. You didn't feel good. You're going to get other
I
people
don't
sick.
feel good, but I'm not right. But I'm also in a TV studio that's like 400 times the size of this radio studio you're in.
All right, drive safe, man.
He just
I
got
didn't want to
nervous.
sit. I didn't want to sit there, and you gave me the sniffles a couple weeks ago. Thank God it wasn't anything worse than that. I didn't want to do that to you.
He got nervous when
Very
we played
considerate.
when we said DeAndre's going to play Swing the Sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. At that point, I'm out.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I got to go.
Time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by our friends Damon Wines, the CEO at Sellers Advantage. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Sellers Advantage. They buy it as is. With a competitive cash offer, no repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 01961658, Cappy.
I'll make this really brief for everybody. So I've mentioned it a couple times today. You know, I was down in New Orleans this weekend. I was visiting my daughter. It's her senior year at Tulane. It's the first time I've gone to a football game with my daughter at her school. By the way, it was a lot of fun. Stadium was really cute. Probably about 25,000, 30,000 people. Their uniforms were out of control, and the team played really great. But here's my message for all the moms and dads out there. You know, it took me 4 years to go visit my daughter for one of these parents' weekends. And every year I come up with an excuse. I'm too busy. I got work. It's too expensive. It's too time consuming. I literally had every excuse in the book. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I had one of the best weekends of my life this past weekend with my daughter. And it was quality one-on-one dad and daughter time. So here's my message to all the moms and dads out there. If you think you're too busy, if you think that it's too expensive, if you think it's too time consuming, if you got so much other stuff going on, hit the pause button and go visit. Because I'll tell you right now, I was this close to canceling, and it was the best thing I did by not. So shout out to all the moms and dads out there. Take advantage of this time, because I know it's hard to get away from work and everything else, but you'll be happy you did it, and you'll regret it if you don't. That's my message today.
Thank you, Cappy.
Thank you.
Wonderful Monday edition of the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We will see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. for a live imaging Tuesday. And more fun and frivolity, because that's what we do, sucker. Prentice, the one and only Evan Cohen, will join us at 7:15. We will talk Cowboys, Raiders, and if Cappy and I use the wrist wraps this afternoon.
I got some problems right now. I had a cup of coffee earlier, and then I just had an Athletic Greens, and I'm starting to have that pain where I got to start moving my stomach. Oh, God, I'm in trouble.
We'll talk about that 7 a.m. tomorrow. Have a great day, Mongrels.
Station.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Hey, everybody.
Can't get enough of The Rich Eisen Show? You're in luck. You can find us everywhere. Watch us weekdays on Disney Plus from noon to 3 Eastern. Miss the show? We've got a podcast so